We're going live.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the theme song.
Let me see. All right.
Welcome to the Fred Stoller Stream with your hosts, Fred Stoller and Cody Banks.
There you have it.
And I'll just send it to one other person.
Cool.
Okay.
Go over here.
And Paul, let me just see. How do I get back? Oh, here we are. Wait a minute. I'm in the wrong one. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. Oh. Let's see here. There we go. Fred is back.
Hey, everyone. Oh, my God. Is that a mouse outside?
Really?
Something. Something. Luna noticed something that's back there.
That's funny.
Well, Cody, now let's see if our excuse me, we have a guest, which I'm excited about. I just
Cool.
sent you the link, and
Nice.
now let me find something. Now, Cody, I'm a little concerned about you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the place? I keep forgetting what it's called. Where you're working
Meyer.
now? Did you hear about the controversy at Meyer?
I did, yes.
And that wasn't you, because I was nervous you were the one that got arrested.
As far as I know, it wasn't me.
Okay, you're not stealing fruit cups.
Yeah, the fruit cups. Yes. That was
Yeah.
that was a big deal.
Yes, don't do that. Hopefully you learn from this guy
It was tempting. It was
that is the place to steal fruit cups, but they make it like they're tricking you. You can get away with it, but then they get you. So don't fall for it, please.
Don't worry, Fred. I
All
will.
right.
I'll try.
You'll try to take away in Pred. You're calling me Pred Stoller. Ooh. Well, there's got to be an MLC wise guy.
Yeah.
These jokes, right? That's. We're going for that humor. We're trying, and so right. So basically,
Take away.
Cody, we're gonna have a guest in a minute. I think it's gonna be interesting, but so we're gonna play around this tribute to Andy Paley, a great friend, musician, with a quirky story, and it's going to be called Jumping on Cars. So you get a ping. You'll see when Paul is trying to get on, right?
I should see.
All right. I sent him the link.
Very good.
Going on. Now, what is Al asking? What are XP? What is XP?
Is that a operating system? Windows XP?
Yeah.
Like the old Windows? Windows
Take a
XP.
banana for the road.
Take a banana for the road.
Do you like bananas? Cats don't like bananas. So that was a fun video store I went to that has a video game in a what's it called? In a phone booth.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
so we're starting from scratch here.
Yeah, we're gonna do some rough stuff.
Very rough. You see the experience, the how it works. Usually, Cody does some rough stuff, and then we do a stream. But this is gonna be a rough one.
It's going to be
Do you have the text? Do you need the text, or are you just going to start with the title called Jumping on Cars?
I do have the text with me here, so I'm looking at that. Let me pull that over. Trying to think. Yes. So in that first paragraph, you talk about meeting him. It says, I didn't know everything about Andy Paley.
But just for the title, you could have Jumping on Cars, and they go, what the hell does this mean?
Sure, yeah, we can do that. Let's start
Just
with
the
that.
title.
Yeah.
Where it's, hey, Jeff, where it's just Jumping on Cars, my tribute to Andy Paley.
So we could show a car.
And a Tom Kenny looking guy jumping on it.
Yes.
So yeah, that was an interesting. Lot of pinball. They had some old time kind of movies in the background.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where's that located? You mentioned it on there, but I didn't get a...
Eagle Rock.
Eagle
I
Rock.
don't think we went there.
That's kind of a cool name, Eagle Rock.
Yeah, there's actually, I've seen it, a big rock that looks like an eagle is carved into it.
Oh, really?
When you get on the highway.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's in the 90s today.
Oh, wow.
Luckily, a real AC. Where I used to live, my cats used to hide under the bed. Let me make sure Paul got the invite. Did he get the invite? Yeah, he got to join the stream. What's up, everybody? Having a good time. Hey, Chloe, why don't you show your face? Not show your face, tell your face. So you're putting the car in a box.
Put the car in a box. That could be a thing. What do you put your face in a box?
So people, I don't know if you've seen Cody's rough process, but I like it. He doesn't get stuck. He does very rough sketches. He gets instincts with the text, like which ones need a picture, and then later he fills them in. Royce's Arcade. Oh, you know that. Royce worked with Stuttering John. And yeah, he did have an arcade. I think I know in the Valley. I don't remember where. Or maybe Simi Valley. And yeah. Love Arkanoid. This one had Joust.
Oh, yeah, the old classic. Is that Atari, right?
Well, it had the old time thing.
Oh, yeah, right.
It had all kinds of pinball, new and old, and it had some like not a lot of old school. Yeah, in the phone, it was weird to see a what's it called? A video game in a phone booth. But so I filmed. Greg was there, who's directed movies, and he shot the promo of me in a phone booth to make it look like, hey, Atari. Yeah, that was in Eagle Rock. And hello, Frank. Cody's doing his rough process, but we got a guest. I hope he's figuring out how to get on the stream. Let me send him the, maybe I'll text him the link. Unless he got the link that's not working. But
yeah, let me know if you need me to resend something to you. I can do that.
So,
I'm going to see how I'll do this. He's jumping on cars. So he's kind of like, boom.
Namco is woke. What is Namco?
Isn't it is that Pac-Man?
Is Pac-Man woke? What?
No, isn't that Namco? Or maybe, I don't know.
Hey, James. Well, James is on who tries to sell screenplays. I'm at it at Loop of selling screenplays. I don't know, but James, our friend Pete, used to. I think he still does. Studios hired him to read screenplays, and I'm trying to figure out why Paul can't get on.
Is he having trouble?
I don't know. I'll try to do. Hey, Dana. So I think you got to get an agent that submits your screenplays. Some studios hire people like our friend Pete to read them and evaluate them. It's really hard. It's just you can't dabble. So Pete, actually, I told him his title. Right. Unless, let me see if this, I'm trying to send this back to him. So basically.
Do you want me to just send you a new one?
It's making me laugh already.
There he is.
Well, he looks a little bit like a giant. Now, Pete suggested the title Jumping on Parked Cars, but you would assume they're parked. You'd be a lunatic to be jumping on a car going.
There's people watching and they're covering their children. Like, hurry up, walk away.
Yeah, that looks like a parked car. And I like how maniacal it is. There's that Dabbleverse, yes. Let me see if I could find where Paul was.
Hey, Fred, you need me to resend that link?
I'm going to try to text it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, if he was having trouble, I think he would have emailed it. The Stolaverse, the Marvelverse, the Codyverse.
The Codyverse. Stolarverse.
Let me see if I could find Paul.
Oh yeah, I guess he has glasses. The Tom.
Right.
At the 50s. I know we're going with a caricature kind of thing, but I'm going to do a little more.
Let me try that. Oh, now I'm shrinking you, and I hate when I lose you. How do I? Oh, here. Kevin, yes. You liked parking on jump cars better? All right, we'll do a survey when it's closer to. But maybe it's got to, yeah. Should he be more up in the air, do you think?
You're right, yeah, we could.
A little bit more demented. Just show he's really jumping, which never made sense. My mother used to buy that Tom jumped up and down on cars, but you would either cave it in or it would slip off. I don't think it's possible to jump up and
like
down.
That?
I don't think it's possible to jump up and down on a car.
Hey, Fred, what do you think of this? Like his feet are up.
I love it.
Maybe he's like going from car to car like this. Yeah, like it's.
That's almost like, you know, people didn't like the Hulk with Nick Nolte, but I liked how the Hulk, he would jump. He jumps from one continent to another. Did you ever see the first Hulk movie?
I never saw the first Hulk movie, but
It
I
was,
had. Yeah.
it was bad, but I got a kick out of it. How the Hulk would just jump, you know, from
There.
one continent to another. I mean, then there was what's his name? Edward Norton did the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Then Mark Ruffalo,
Mm. Right.
just supposed to be the best for whatever reason.
Right.
So basically, Scarlett just asked, "Who are you drawing?" I like it like it's a trampoline. His legs extend out. All right,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying.
The people are afraid on the sidewalk. No, they're just.
Oh, they just. Yeah, Ang, that he was just. It was bad, but it was kind of fun bad. I kind of. I kind of liked even Ben Affleck's Daredevil. It wasn't like a big crazy Marvel movie. It was. Yeah, I don't think Paul made it on. I don't know why he's.
Do you want me to resend a link?
I wish he would email. Let me email him again.
Do you want me to text it to you?
Yeah, let me ask him.
Chef, I'll
Are you having trouble getting on? Question mark.
to send.
Jennifer Connolly.
Want me to send one over?
Let's see if he emails back. I don't remember that movie. Electra.
Oh yeah, I actually met the guy who made that comic, Electra.
You mean the comic or the movie?
The comic.
So I looked online to see if I could find what's it called, Harvey and what's his name, Harvey Pekar and now Paul sent me. I'm looking. This guy I think would be a great guest. He's supposed to be on.
I'm trying to think who created.
Frank Miller. Where's his text number? Oops. All right.
Oh yeah, Bill Sienkiewicz, I think his name is. That's one of the guys I met. He was kind of part of the school I went to.
Raphael, Cody has a cool book that combines Harvey Pekar and Crumb, right?
Mm-hmm. It's called Bob and Harv's Comics.
I'll get that on Amazon.
Yeah, I got it, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. They have pretty much a lot of the stories, like the one about the stealing the records, and then they get locked in the bathroom.
All right, I want to check it out.
And some other like funny ones. is that? They're all kind of.
I guess, I love having an office, but I just prefer just sitting on my couch. Maybe I got to get a better chair.
Right. Do you have like one of those nice chairs, or is it?
No, it's not too nice.
Yeah, I gotta get a nice chair in here. I kind of sitting on.
So the book combines Crumb's work with Pekar.
Yeah. So just their work together.
Oh, I'm going to get that book then.
That was what it was sort of like. He's like, oh, I want Crumb's work, but I also just want every story that like Harvey's.
Oh,
because it was like, they're kind of unique,
Yeah, well, that's the stuff we're kind of doing that with. Hey, oh, someone else is. How did you get in West Virginia?
It's me, West Virginia Bill, and I'm on a bus going to West Virginia.
Wait, Paul is saying someone is having trouble getting in, but when you're in a bus, you're like Dustin Hoffman in Midnight Cowboy. You should act like Dustin Hoffman.
Don't talk to me.
I'm down on my luck for trying to. Don't look at me like that. I know who you are, Cody. I can have you arrested. Very true.
Someone is having trouble getting on, but where are you taking a bus to?
I'm going to West Virginia. I've been dying for some proper coleslaw.
Let me see. We got someone serious on here, which he's trying to get in. But let's see if we could do it. Hopefully he's not on a bus.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, if you get, I don't know what to say. I mean, maybe enable the.
I know what to say. Lose the hat.
What's he saying?
I said lose the hat.
No, he's allowed to have hats.
And I'm allowed to voice my opinion.
Well, you're from West Virginia, so your accent isn't as pronounced. But I'm hoping, you're going to a good place. You're either like Dustin Hoffman in the end of Midnight Cowboy or Morgan Freeman at the end of The Shawshank Redemption.
In 2003, I realized I could never be a dancer. So
you can never be.
I moved to West Virginia.
When
and
you realize
this accent.
It's a really great accent. It's like it's not as demented as Gomer Pyle, but it's we think it's pretty good.
But your voice, the way you talk, you sound like you're gonna have some sardines a little later.
Yeah, it is. That is that kind of voice. Someone very serious is trying to get on, and all right, Dane, we're gonna have a very serious person, but this is complicated. But West Virginia, you should call yourself Best Virginia, Ben. You get it? Because there's a few of them. I wish I had the Midnight Cowboy music playing.
Oh yeah, the ding.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Word they're saying. I love that movie. I love doing that movie, but during the filming, I got very tired.
Hey, all right, Paul's here.
Hey, Freddie.
Hey, thank you for joining.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. I'm below low tech.
We too. Well, now have you seen what we do on Substack?
No, I haven't. Oh, the cartoons you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. Very nice.
So this is just a stream where Cody is a brilliant, great guy, illustrator, and people are part of the creative process. Like he draws, people hang out, and we just talk to people. Like Midnight Cowboys in the lower corner, he's a little demented, and so everyone. Paul Herzog, right? Am I saying it right?
No, but that's okay. It's Herzich.
Herzig.
Herzich.
Right. Rhymes with bitch.
Now, I'm going to try to send the link to someone else because a friend of mine is doing a podcast where they listen to comedy records and they talk about it.
Ah.
And so I didn't know this. Well, first of all, to the people watching, Paul owned a comedy club called Comedy U. And where was it, in Soho?
It was actually initially it was on University Place. That's why we called it Comedy U. On University Place between 10th and 11th. And then we moved down to Soho, Grand Street. So we renamed it Comedy U Grand. And I
That's
was always
right.
thankful that we didn't move to Pitkin Avenue because Comedy U Pitkin doesn't have the same kind of ring as Comedy U Grand.
Yes, so it was a very intimate club. I don't think I ever bombed badly there. It was very.
You were terrific, Freddie. Freddie!
Yes, Freddie joke. And I actually, Susie Sorrow said, I think I remember this, that I did your club when my good friend Ronnie Shakes died, and I was shooken up. And you said, oh, all his friends should die because he did a good set because he was upset and ranting. I don't remember the story.
Huh. I remember Ronnie Shakes, wonderful comedian, wonderful.
Yes, yes. So I didn't know this about you. You owned a comedy album store in the city.
Right. How did you find out?
I think because I did some seminar for you, and if you want me to do it again, I'll do it, where you have people online talking about comedy from the old days.
Right. I teach a course to the Retired Teachers Association, the UFT, and I call it Comedy Appreciation. And I just play underrated comedians, in my opinion.
Wow.
Ronnie Shakes is one of them.
Wow. So how did you come up with the idea to have a store that just had comedy albums?
Well, I rented this small, I don't have a good business sense. So I rented a store that was too small to ever make a profit. And the only thing I could put in there, one of the proudest moments in my life is when I waited at the stage door for Larry David coming out after the play that he wrote that was on Broadway. And Larry David talked to my son and told my son, your father's a comedy aficionado. And my heart swelled at having Larry David call me a comedy aficionado. Except I later learned that aficionado and maven, the Yiddish word maven, are not synonyms. They're not the same. Aficionado just means, a lover, an appreciator, which, now I'm teaching a class called Comedy Appreciation.
So what was some of the albums that you had in your store?
Okay. Do you remember a gay comedian named Danny McWilliams? He was an out gay comedian.
No.
No, okay. Danny McWilliams once did a one-man show can you hear me now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Danny McWilliams once did a one-man show in a place called Dixon Place.
I
Lower
remember it.
Manhattan.
Dixon sounds familiar.
Yeah, and he held up an album of Toady Fields, an old Toady Fields album,
Yes.
and he said to the audience, "How many of you have this album?" And I was the only one that raised my hand. So he did a couple of minutes on me, being the only one that had the Toady Fields album. But yeah, I had real. For example, you know that Lenny Bruce was very influential on George Carlin and Richard Pryor, right? You remember that?
Yes. Wait, I'm going to interrupt you. I'm going to guess what you're going to say. Uncle Dirty. Did you have Uncle Dirty's album?
No, I didn't have his album, but I met him. Uncle Johnny
Yes.
was a terrific comedian. He was the father of the improv. I
Yes.
think he was attached to the improv club back then. If you remember, well, yeah, you were part of that scene. Every comedian had a club that they were sort of attached to.
Yes.
And Uncle Dirty was, I think, an improv comedian. You know where I first met you, Freddie? Was at a little club on First Avenue called Who's on First?
Yeah, 69th and First or something like that.
Yes, that's where I first got introduced to you and fell in love with you. Comedically, I'm speaking.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something.
Sure.
Do you think, how did you happen to pick a persona for your act? Or, I don't know, I guess I'm asking, is it a persona or is it naturally the way you are? But you have a very kind of nebbishy image.
Yeah, well, that's an
Which
interesting
is,
point. I didn't
which,
really pick it. It kind of came naturally because, as I've talked about with Cody and other people, I was very shy and depressed. I wasn't funny. I just started hanging out at clubs, thinking that's how you get to be a sitcom actor. They discover you at the clubs. So I didn't know any other way. I'd like people like Jack Riley from the Bob Newhart show, just character actors you've seen. And I thought that's how you get on a sitcom. They'll discover you at a comedy club in New York. And so when I first started doing my act, I'd have my head down and I couldn't look at the audience because, hey, Brendan,
Hey,
thanks
Fred, how's it going?
for joining us. Now, Brendan has a podcast where they play old comedy, or not just old comedy albums, and talk about it. And this is Paul, who owned a store in New York
Hey,
City
Paul.
that sold comedy albums, correct?
right. Well, I owned a book and record shop, as we called it. I believe it was the first and only book and record shop devoted to comedy only. Period.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Uh,
my kind of place.
yeah. You have a place now, Brendan? Oh no, you have a podcast.
It's a podcast. Yeah, I was a touring comic for, like 10 years. I was on the road doing stand-up comedy, so I'd always go to used record stores and pick through their comedy section. And
What's the name of your podcast?
it's called Off the Records with
Off
an
the-
S. Off the Records. It's on Ruinous Media.
Ruinous me. Wow. What PR guy chose that name? Hey,
It's like an indie. They do mostly indie rock stuff.
So you
Well-
said you had a Toady Fields album?
What's that?
Yes,
You
I
had
have a Toady Fields
Toady-
album.
Do you know who Toady Fields was, Brendan?
Tony Fields?
Toady Fields.
Toady,
No,
Todi.
I remember I'm a little bit older than Brendan, and they used to make jokes because she lost a leg to diabetes, right?
Right, right. I think her album that Danny McWilliams held up at his one-man show was done before when she had two legs,
Okay.
and then she had I think she lost a leg to diabetes.
Yes.
Is that Jeff Richards there?
Yeah, Jeff is on a bus like Midnight Cowboy going to Miami. So I don't know if he understands, stuff.
Wow.
That's Dustin Hoffman going to Florida.
Yeah.
John
Ratso.
It was just, so far we're doing fine, but there's no snacks or beverages on the bus. I'm gonna have to
So what was some of the other comedy albums you had in your store, Paul?
Let me see. Steve Allen. I had a lot of Steve Allen. Oh, I had and still have a lot of Bill Cosby, ironically.
Oh yeah.
And this was pre-Scandal, of course.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked him, but I didn't like any of his albums. I was disappointed with his albums, with his record albums.
I was a fan of Wonderfulness. I was exposed to that when I was a kid, and I thought Wonderfulness was good. I think that's his first album.
Well, he has that classic dentist routine that is very good.
That's on Bill Cosby himself. That's from the 80s.
That's not Bill Cosby?
No, it's from the 80s. It's Bill Cosby himself.
Right. Yeah, that routine, I think, is my favorite of his work.
Yeah, that really blew him up again in I forget what year it was. I know I was little. But yeah, no, I have like hundreds of just like weird comedy records, self-produced stuff.
At one time, you'll probably remember, Brendan, at one time, Bill Cosby was a tremendously powerful person at NBC. You remember that?
Yeah.
They were like going to sell him the station or something like that. I mean, they were plugging him. Well, understandably, he was a clean, intelligent, black comedian, back in those days. He had a lot has a lot going for him. Is he still alive? Yeah, I guess he's still alive. He's probably in jail, I guess.
No, he's out of jail.
He's out of jail.
Technicality. Did you have any Mickey Katz albums? Do you know who Mickey Katz is, Brendan?
Yes, Joel Gray's dad, Joel Gray's father.
Oh, wow.
And Joel Gray, incidentally, and if you haven't seen Cabaret, see Cabaret. Cabaret's one of the monster pictures.
He used to do Yiddish song parodies. He was a Yiddish Weird Al. He would take a song from the day and do a Yiddish slant on it.
Who's that other guy? A heavy-set guy who did song Al. Who is it?
Weird Al. He's
no. A Jewish guy.
Alan Sherman.
Hello, Father.
Oh yeah, Alan Sherman.
Alan Sherman. There you go. He was very brilliant, actually. His lyrics are pretty brilliant. His parody lyrics.
Now, who came into your store? Any celebrities come in your store and buy records?
The biggest thrill was one time because we were on, I'm thinking 11th Street between University and Fifth Avenue. So we were right around the corner from a corner building that was taken over by the Village Voice. Back in the days when the Village Voice was like the New York Times. It was the most respected newspaper of leftist liberal kind of people, which was in the Village where the place was. So we were right around the corner, and they did an article on us. That's where I got the notion that I might be the only comedy book and record shop in the United States at that time. I'm sure there's some now. I hope there's some. I got to look that up. But
that would be a good one for both of you. Did you ever do Franklin Ajay had comedy albums?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I met Franklin Ajay. I wrote an article on Franklin Ajay. He is one of my favorite comedians. Is he still alive? He probably is.
Yes.
He's relatively young guy. He's out on the West Coast with you, Freddie. But Franklin,
he lived in Australia.
Now let me ask you something, Paul.
Wait, are you talking about
Ajay, right? I always
because I went over to his house yesterday, and his door was ajar.
It's not far for him to travel from a job to a job. Well,
There was a book. Let me ask if you remember this. A comedy book that had like, this is back in '75 when I wanted to try, and it had monologues from different comedians. And my friend Charles Zucker mentioned Chris Rush, not Chris Rock.
right,
Yeah.
Chris Rush. I've met Chris Rush. He's
Chris Rush.
great comedian.
It had Franklin Ajay. It had Jay Leno. And so it had. I remember when I was first starting wanting to be a comedian. You didn't have YouTube. You couldn't look things up. So I remember reading comedy. It was a little paperback book that had a lot of monologues of comedians of the time. Does that sound familiar? Do you remember any of the comedy books?
No, I don't remember that book in particular. I remember, I keep forgetting, I worked with him for a while, this author of another comedy book that was great. It gave you the flavor of the green rooms at the Improv and
Phil
all of these
Berger.
places. I forget his name.
Phil Berger, The Last Laugh.
There you go. Right.
You know, Paul and Brendan, when I started, they didn't have all the things. So the few books about comedy were Bibles. There was one called The Last Laugh about Phil Berger. They had stuff about Alan Bursky.
Phil Berger is the guy I'm talking about,
Yes.
right?
These were like Bibles to young comedians because they didn't have, you couldn't just go on every YouTube and listen to stuff. So, yeah, so basically, you should have a comedy album. Did you have any like ventriloquists? That's kind of funny to have a ventriloquist do an album.
I do. I have a couple ventriloquist albums. There's one called Funky and Filthy. It's I forget his name. It's a black guy, and his dummy's black too.
Not Willie Tyler and Lester.
No. Boy, I'm not at the studio, so I can't pull the record out. But Funky and Filthy is one of the weirdest records we ever listened to, and it is interesting that it's you just have to trust that he's doing good ventriloquism.
Yes. Well, someone did a joke that Edgar Bergen was a ventriloquist, and he did it on the radio. He did it on the radio.
It's not a joke. It's a reality. I can't believe that we bought the notion of a ventriloquist act on the radio. I mean, every so often I'm reminded of the stupidity of the human race that I represent very well. I'm one of the chief stupidest people of the human race. But some of the things that we have bought are unbelievable. That was one of them. The other thing is, I want her arrested. Dr. Joyce Brothers. Is she still alive, Dr. Joyce?
No. You should have a podcast. Is she still alive? Is he still alive?
Hey, you know what, guys? I'm gonna hop off for a bit.
I'll let you go. All right, Brendan.
I'll try to come back in a little bit.
All right.
Brendan, remind me again the name of your podcast.
Off the Records with an F.
Record. Okay, I'm going to look at it.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Brendan.
Yeah, I'll try to come back soon. See you.
Okay.
Good to see you, Jeff.
I'd like to keep in touch with you, Brendan. We sound like kindred souls.
You gotta.
Yeah, I'll get your info from Fred because
Great.
I'm sure you have some stuff that I don't have.
Fred will be the go-between. Anyway.
All right, I'll talk to you guys. Well, I just think it's fascinating. Comedy, a store that's. So, who are some of the people that performed at comedy?
Oh, first of all, what's that noise going on there?
I think he's on the bus and he's like banging for apples.
Let me tell you the most dramatic story of my discoveries, if you will, is with Susie Essman. 2 weeks before the opening of Comedy U, I went around to all the other comedy clubs scouting comedians that we could use in Comedy U. I had no experience whatsoever. I go to a club in the Village, it's not there anymore, called Mostly Magic. It was a club on a corner in a village street, and it had like a kind of a stage that was below you. All the audience rows above, like a Roman. What do you call it? You know, like the gladiators fought in.
Right.
You're looking down on them. That's the way the comedians had to perform there. And first thing I learned, which offended me, was that they charged the comedians $5 to open mic, to go open mic, and with that they got a drink. So they had to buy a drink for $5, and Susie Essman was on the bill. I didn't know it when she first started performing, but it was her first public performance as a stand-up. She had flirted with acting up until then. This was her first stand-up performance, and she did characters, a whole series of Jewish characters. She did a black political guy, and then she did, Hispanic and stuff like that. I went up to her afterwards, and I said, I'm opening up a club in about a week. I'd like you to come and perform at my club. And she said, oh, great. This was my first performance, she said. When I heard that, I said, Susie, I want you to come as often as you want to my club. I will put you on whenever you show up, whenever you want to perform. Because I realized, how often do you see somebody in their first performance knock your socks off? She knocked my socks off with her characters. Now, then she got stuck in this bitchy character that she has now, Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I think her stand-up was affected a little bit by that. But she still is capable, I'm sure, of doing wonderful character work. Wonderful.
Well, I charged Jeff to be on this.
Good for you.
Venmo me some money.
I said, because he's Jewish, isn't he? Freddie, I'm not a biological Jew, but I'm a cultural Jew. But Freddie, are you a biological Jew? I think you are, right?
Just biologically. Culturally, I'm not too good at it. I told the story. I lived in a neighborhood where we were the bad Jews because we didn't go to temple, and everyone ostracized us and spit at our house. It was not nice. The Jews,
and that was your family.
And that was in the family. That was in the lobby. Yes. It's just, my God. So Ryan says Cody doesn't know what to draw next because I'm not paying attention. No, Cody's playing around with the Tom Kenny one, and you could read ahead, Cody. You know, I always trust Cody what he wants to sketch next. It's so now tell me again. You teach a course for ex-teachers on
retired teachers. Retired teachers. Part of the perks that retired, like they don't have a good enough retirement plan already. But in addition to perks, they can take for $5 or $10 courses of all kinds. And one of them, they approached me because they happened to see me at a show that I call the Funny Forum in the 14th Street Y, where I put on, I might have even used you for that, Freddie. Do you remember performing at the 14th Street Y ever?
No.
No, okay, so I guess I didn't put you on there. I would have comedians do short sets, 5 to 10 minute sets, and then they all sat down and discussed the craft of stand-up comedy with the audience. You know, it's kind of like, what do they call it in the theater? A night with the author or something like that. Anyway, they discussed their stand-up, and I put it on at the 14th.
I don't know if there was what I did. Maybe it was a senior citizen place or where I did my jokes. I'm a thrill seeker. I drank milk that expired yesterday. I was on a bus while I was in motion. I talked to the driver, and they were doing Don't do that. That's dangerous.
You know, I love that bit of yours. That I love that. That's, you know, it just fits your persona so well, seeing yourself as a daredevil, uh, because you don't check the expiration date on your dairy.
Yeah, pathetic daredevil. Let me ask you: when my parents were before they passed, in their place, I took some cassette or a thing called "You Don't Have to Be Jewish, but It Helps." Some like record.
Oh, an album, yeah.
Yes, did you know that one?
Yes, I think I have that one. You don't have to be Jewish. Well, that's part of my cultural Jewishness. I absolutely love Jewish humor above everything else. Yiddish humor, preferably, actually.
Right, honey. Let's play hide and seek. If you find me, you get a diamond ring. I'm in the kitchen. That's what it
I'm
is.
hiding in the kitchen.
I'm hiding. I'm hiding. You
I have
know.
a fur coat for you. I'm hiding in the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hiding in the kitchen. Yeah, you know the one I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
well,
yeah. You're raising the name. What's the name of the guy that was on a lot of those records? The woman, most brilliant woman on those Yiddish records was a woman named Betty Lawrence, and she made herself famous with her "Hello Seal" routines on the phone. Hello, Seal. Are you sitting down, Seal? Sit down. And then she'd go into her story.
I think Estelle Harris from Seinfeld was on one of those albums.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, she had a
She
great
was that
voice
type of
for
a
it.
character. Yeah, but the guy, I forgot the guy. He had a mustache. He also there was Avalon. You remember the movie Avalon? Anyway, they had a big turkey dinner, and they started eating the dinner because Lou Jacoby, that's who I'm thinking of. Lou Jacoby was late. And he
Lou
comes in and his
Jacoby
opening
was in it.
line is, "You cut the turkey before I came?" What
Yeah.
kind of stuff is that? You cut the turkey?
Oh my God. So do you still have your comedy albums or you sold them
I
all?
do. I do. In fact, I was going to ask you, since you know some of these mavens like Brendan, if you know of a place that would buy some of these records and tapes that I have, DVDs. I got a lot of DVDs of comedians.
Maybe Brendan will.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I want to keep in touch with him. But actually, yeah.
Well, I'll give him your information. Wait, I have to sneeze. Wow. So what, do you live in Manhattan?
Yes, Stuyvesant Town.
Where's that again? The Upper East Side? Like,
No, it's more the Lower East Side. I happen to be on 20th Street and First Avenue.
wow. Isn't that where Kurt Vonnegut lived or something?
I don't know, but you know what? I had an encounter with Kurt Vonnegut that is one of the wonderful memories of my life. I used to be on a pretty bad cable TV show. You remember when cable TV would
Yeah, oh,
like
yeah.
give you you could produce a show for $20 or something like that, and you would
Yes.
have half hour on channel C or channel V or whatever in the early days of cable TV. Well, I produced a show. You remember my partner in comedy, you Bert?
Yes.
Okay. So Bert and I wrote things together for that show. And the first one I wrote, and it consisted of me coming on in a very straight outfit, suit, tie, pocket handkerchief, the whole thing, and being interviewed by the show interviewer, and coming across as a very conservative. I gave a talk about how married people should, as much as possible, follow the traditions of marriage. And on the first anniversary, they should give each other paper gifts, and then the whole schmear, very conservative, very straight laced. And I said, and then I wanted to introduce my wife. And what I did was I said, and here's my wife, Bert. And in came Bert. No disguise, just Bert as Bert.
Wow, wait. Ryan knows Bert. Was it Bert Levitt?
Bert Levin.
How does Ryan know this?
Ryan?
Do you know a guy named Ryan Sharman?
No.
But he knows Bert Levitt. Wow.
Yeah, that's the way the world is. But at any rate, the joke was that I was this straight-laced, conservative guy wanting marriages to become more traditional. And then I said, well, yeah, we do violate one tradition, but that's not so bad. There's so many traditions, we're only violating one of them. Same-sex marriage. And this was way before, this was I think in the 70s, way before they started considering gay marriages, before Stonewall, I think. Anyway, so we get home, we go home to the host's apartment, and he has a message on his machine, and it's from Kurt Vonnegut.
Wow.
Yeah. And he says, this is Kurt Vonnegut. I just wanted to say I watched your show tonight and I thought it was terrific. And that's it. You didn't leave a number or anything like that.
Ah.
But it was his voice because I heard him interviewed, at other times. It was Kurt Vonnegut. And
All right, we got a guest. We got to.
Wait, I want to hear about Kurt Vonnegut.
Did you ever have any Stiller and Meara? Now, Paul, Amy, used to own a record shop in the city. Did you have any Stiller and Meara albums in your store?
Absolutely. Is this Amy Stiller?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I worship you, Amy. I worship you.
See?
Just like everybody else.
I remember the first time I saw you perform was with I actually came to see another female comedian. You were all female comedians way back. This is when I had Comedy U back in the early 80s. And
do you remember a club called Comedy U?
Comedy U? Yeah.
Vanda Michaels
that was my
there,
club.
right?
And I went to see
Vanda Mikulowski. Yeah,
Oh.
Vanda's.
Vanda.
I just was watching Vanda perform 2 nights ago.
Where?
Where does she live? Is she back in New York?
She's in Philadelphia, but she performed at Comedy Village.
What town is that?
No, it's in New York City, but it's sort of right next to where the old Improv used to be. Sorry, I'm picking my teeth. I keep forgetting on my camera.
So
it was at the Duplex. I saw you the first time I saw you was at the Duplex.
Was it like with Nancy Shane?
Exactly.
And Kathleen Roll.
Kathleen Roll. What wasn't there a comedian named Susan something with you?
Susan Burns.
Yes, I was in love with Susan Burns at that time, right?
Wow.
Not personally. I was professionally in love with her act. And I went to see her.
She can be really
funny. You were the big surprise to me. You did Jamaican accents of your maid.
Yeah.
You impersonated your maid, saying Yiddish words with a Jamaican accent. Yeah. I was on the floor. It was so well performed. Anyway.
I'm trying to do things that are more like from my life now, that are more edgy.
How many albums did Stiller and Meara have, Amy?
What?
How many albums did your parents have?
Well, there was the first 2 people on Earth, the last 2 people on Earth. Remember that one? Then there was Laugh When You Like.
Wow.
I think there was the original one was Ed Sullivan Presents Stiller and Meara.
Wow.
I know there were 3 for sure.
I don't have any of them. I don't know if Freddie told you. Besides the club Comedy U, I ran a book and record shop, comedy book and record shop, And the biggest thrill for me of running this
Wait,
little.
we need to get your camera facing you.
Oh, okay. The biggest thrill of running this little closet of a shop was when your father and mother came, because they saw an article on it in the Village Voice, and we were right across the street from the Village Voice, and they came, and
Or
my
from the
wife.
Village Gate, or the Village Voice. On the Village Voice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the Village Voice. And they came, and my wife was holding my daughter, who was I think about a year and a half old. She was holding her in her arms, and my daughter was banging her head against my wife's arm. And your mother said, "I'll bet she's cesarean." And she
And
was
was
right. She was right. It was
Oh my
cesarean.
God. She wants to come out of the birth canal that she never
Right,
got to.
right. I never forgot that remark. Aside from being absolutely
My
thrilled.
brother was a cesarean. That explains
Okay.
why he used to. I don't know. There's a joke in there somewhere. Fred, help me.
Yeah,
I
your
don't
brother
know.
hits his head against the wall all the time, because it feels so good when he stops. But I saw them a couple of times after that, and I deliberately I saw your mother and father being interviewed as a 92nd Street Y, and it just turned out that I was going up a flight of stairs as your father was coming down the flight of stairs, and it was shortly after I saw you, and I knew that your brother had achieved all kinds of fame and stuff like that. So I deliberately said to your father, "I saw your talented daughter the
Oh,
other night at the duplex. She's great. She's terrific. What
well,
a
that must have made him feel so good.
yeah." He put on a grin that your father was just such a lovable guy. I met him a couple of times.
Yeah.
He just I had the same experience of George Carlin when I met him. Also, a mensch, a real
Right.
mensch. And
I,
your
Right.
I dated Amy in 1980, and a few funny stories is that, first of all, I remember the first time I met Jerry Stiller, I bumped my head. He goes, "I'm a healer." So he
Oh,
put his hands over
I
my
remember.
head.
This is in the kitchen
Yes, and I was trying, and I didn't
at
know how long
118
I'm supposed to.
Riverside Drive.
I didn't know how long I'm supposed to stand there. Then the toaster popped open, and I started laughing thinking that healing's over when the toaster pops open.
Did your headache go away?
I don't remember. Maybe I don't.
I think maybe that was like the sign that your headache was gone.
And I remember. Let me ask you this, Amy. So you flew me to Nantucket, the family,
Right.
in a very private, small plane, and I was very nervous. And I remember, well, the thing that I got relegated.
I know the story you're going to tell about the lobster.
Yes, because they bring you a thing, how much lobster is, and this is 1980, and it was $20. When $20, that's how much shoes cost. And Amy and Meara were shaking their head. This guy's an embarrassment.
Oh, what are we going to do with Fred? We
Like it
brought
was
him
this
from the gutter of
hoity-toity
Sheepshead Bay.
Catholic
You were our
people.
little Liza Doolittle.
Yes, then there was a guy there that was from Archie Bunker's place. Do you remember a guy?
Abe Alvarez.
No, in Nantucket. He was on not Archie Bunker's place. He was an old character actor that was on All in the Family.
All in the Family, yeah.
I don't remember.
Who were some of the other people in Nantucket that you would know?
What do you mean, like
actors or any people?
Jane Alexander was there with Ed Sheeran. They had a house there. At that, and there were and we used to. We hung out with them, and I'm just thinking, what else? Because Ed went to Syracuse with my dad. There's different people there now, like Judith Ivey lives there, and John Shea. Was John Shea there? The actor John Shea.
No, I remember I saw you in a play your mother wrote, and he was in it in the Village. What was that?
Right after down the
What is
garden
that
path.
weird noise? I hear it sounds like a cup with a thing. But John Shea was in a movie, a play your mom wrote that was Downstairs in the Village. Do you remember that?
Down the garden paths of the Minetta Lane.
Yes, yes. And
Who's watching this, by the way? This isn't on Facebook or Instagram.
this is a stream on YouTube. Now, have you seen those illustrated stories that I've been putting on Substack?
Yes.
So basically what this is just the way where Cody illustrates it, and I give him suggestions, and people chime in, and we just have people talking like to entertain Cody as he draws. He did that one. He did that one. The one your brother invited me to with John Voight was at a party, and I remember what is that weird noise? Maybe it's Paul, but I don't know.
It's not me.
Okay, so basically what happened was, I don't know, I guess Christine and Ben briefly rented a big house in the Hollywood Hills. And I was
lived
at
there
a
for a
party.
while.
I remember Andy Dick it was like,
oh my God,
all these celebrities were there, Vince Vaughn and what's his name who directs those big movies? I can't think of names.
Todd.
No. He does all the ones with Amy Adams and I can't think of names. It's scary. But John Voight was there, and I said, I feel out of place, like Ratso Rizzo when he's stealing the shrimp at the party. I don't belong here. He goes, we all feel like that. I went, oh my God, here, John Voight, Joe Buck himself is saying we all feel socially nervous. It was such a great moment. And I did a story with Cody about that party.
What was I at that party? You were there, but
no. It was like about a very brief time where your brother invited me to one thing, and then that went away quickly. What's that director's name? He did
direct like I Love Huckabees and
yes.
Like, and he direct oh shit, now I'm forgetting, but like
he
the
did
one that Ben did with Patricia Arquette.
Yes, Flirting with Disaster.
Yes, I know exactly who you mean. And he was going out with Susanna Hoff from the Bangles.
That's Jay Roach.
That's Jay Roach. No, that's Jay Roach.
This guy, he did I Love Huckabees. Yes, he was there. Vince Vaughn, Will Ferrell, Andy Dick was having a hissy fit.
Oh my God, really? How rare. Oh my God.
He goes, I'm the most famous one here. And
oh,
you know,
God.
like, oh God. Are you still in touch with Andy? Is he still coherent?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, I got kind of close to him. Like I really do love him. But like, I'm sorry, I'm looking up I Heart.
Something Phillips. There's 3 words. This is so. It's so old school. I hope not dementia yet, but where I can't think of names. He has 3 names.
Don't say yet. David O. Russell.
Yes. He was there, and Ben was like the godfather, where everyone was waiting online at the pool to talk to him. It was just, who else was at that party? Like I said, Vince Vaughn, Will Ferrell, and how Andy Dick was falling in love with John Voight because of The Rainmaker. I said, you never saw Midnight Cowboy? Oh my God. And Coming Home. But yeah. And now, okay, so I'm going to tell you 2 stories, Amy. One of them is now me and Ben, I admit I'm not bitter, a little sad that whatever. I used to take him to the improv, whatever. I don't need to go into that. But one time he said something very deranged, where he was kind of jealous of me dating you and said there was a movie with Chris Christopherson where they kill him, that the son is jealous of Chris Christopherson, and he made some reference to that. Where is that weird voice coming from? Could you mute for a while, Paul, and see if it's you? Okay, it's Paul. All right, let me just tell this one story. What was the thing? The sailor who fell from grace with the sea. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, with Sarah. I forget her last name.
Yeah. So one time I called, and he goes, "It's the provider." The provider. He was like, Ben was mocking me that I'll never be a provider. So
That's horrific.
yes, he goes, the provider. He's going to be some provider. So he was jealous that I was your first boyfriend, and I was kind of like taking time away from you. And so he's kind of mean sometimes. He is the provider. But it was weird. The three of us would hang out, and me and Ben would get into fist fights. Not really, but wrestling. And he would beat me up.
Would you do like what he was he taking judo at the time? Was he trying his judo moves?
Yes, but he was like stocky, and he would kind of, we would like, let's fight, and we'd wrestle, and I was skinny, and all right, yeah, this is
I know, and probably in that area, like near the kitchen at 118 Riverside Drive.
Yeah.
Yes.
I dated you before you took over the other place. I remember.
You did. Oh, that's right, because I remember, like, we slept in my bedroom, right?
We slept in your bedroom, but also one time, for whatever reason, I lived on 89th and Riverside, and Amy's they used to live, the Stillers, on 84th and Riverside.
Yeah.
So I would just walk down there, I would like open the refrigerator. I didn't have a kitchen, and I would take fruit salad and Hawaiian punch. That Hazel would go, I bought the Hawaiian punch for Fred. Like, she knew I liked Hawaiian punch.
Oh my God.
For whatever reason, me and you were in Hazel's bed.
Hazel was our housekeeper, so everybody knows she was like part of our family.
So we were in the Hazel bed, and one time Anne woke me up.
I love the Hazel bed.
You remember it?
And there's like a TV, and then there's like a little like tub, shower tub, the bathroom. It's well, basically in these pre-war buildings, it's basically the maid's room, right?
Literally the maid's room.
Literally, yeah. Well, Hazel was more than a maid, but I'm saying, yes, obviously, but it was like that. Yeah, that was like Hazel's territory. Yeah.
It was weird. I guess I was Amy didn't really have a boyfriend that would come over so much. So maybe it annoyed Ben. Like, oh, is he coming? So Ben would go, don't you have a set to do? Don't you have a set? So he didn't like me there.
Oh my God. No, he was just a pain in the ass back then to everybody. He would be laughing if he heard this. But he actually said, don't you have a set to do?
Don't you have a set, Fred? Don't you have a set? Like, he didn't like me there, and he was trying to get rid of me. And one of the things that I guess Cody stepped away is so they used to go to a place called Teachers.
I miss Teachers. And like Roger Grimsby of Eyewitness News would always like be getting drunk at the bar.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And Al Pacino would go there. It was like a really cool hangout.
Yes.
And they had the chicken guy Young, remember? They had
the chicken was so moist. So what Ben would do, which to me was like whatever, like Elon Musk money, he would drink a Coke and hold up and want another one. This was before refills. I go, what the hell? How do you do that?
Oh my God. Lobster that costs as much as
the Coke, you drink it slowly. He would drink it and hold it up for another one. Do you remember? Is anyone else old enough to remember when there were no refills on soda?
Lobster that costs as much as shoes and as much Coke as you want. And we're not talking, we're Coca-Cola.
But I was relegated to the guest house in Nantucket because I was embarrassing them. Amy goes, these are very well-to-do waspy people. You're embarrassing us.
Did I say that?
Yeah, she goes, these are waspy. They don't understand people like you. So I was told to just stay away and hide. So one thing what happened was now Jerry Stiller, I never went to an opening of a play where Amy warned me there's autograph hounds. So I Oh, I'm so Amy. I'm embarrassed at things I did with dating people 10 years ago, let alone when I was 22. But I came over for the opening, and I didn't have. I had sneakers, and then Mira's going, "Oh my God!"
Because
Like,
back then it was like more fancy, right?
yes. So Ben, for whatever reason, he was 14, but he had bigger size shoes. So
Yeah, 'cause he
give
has
him some
big
of
feet.
Ben's shoes. So I'm walking down, my feet are slipping out, like to
Oh
not
my
embarrass
God.
people.
It just sounds like you were just an absolute embarrassment to the Stiller
Yes,
family, Fred.
yes.
I mean, if TMZ existed back then, you would have been all over it, like
Uh,
as like just a like a
I guess,
like you just would have been like
well,
the.
I guess I understand. Like I moved out of my apartment, I mean my house, and I didn't even have sheets on the bed. Probably when you'd come over, if you remember, it was this little like,
I just remember a lot of linoleum
oh God, yeah,
and a,
5
and a
flights.
bathroom in the hallway, and Vicky and you and me and Vicky and Gilbert Gottfried double dating.
So no, what happened was your friend Vicky decided she had a crush on Gilbert Gottfried, but wanted to be a groupie, but not that way. So Gilbert
Well, I
comes
mean,
over,
how old were we? 19?
probably even 18. So Gilbert says, these girls want to go back with me. They want to be groupies. So, but Gilbert lived at home, till he was like 35, with his mother. So,
Yeah, on the Lower East Side, right?
yeah, like by where the first Caroline's was on 9th Avenue or Avenue A-ish or something. Yeah, he lived on Avenue A. Then he got into the projects, yes, because of his mother. So Gilbert said, I
Wow.
got three girl. This girl likes me, wants to be my groupie, but let's go to your place. So Vicky, Amy, and Betsy were the
Betsy
third.
could tell.
So we went back to my
Oh
place.
my God, Vicky has to watch this. Is this going to restream somewhere?
There's nothing I'm saying that's bad.
No,
Yeah, we
I
can.
want her to see, I want Vicky to see it. I just saw her recently. She
Yeah,
lives
I
in
can. I'll send you the link.
Berkeley.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's on YouTube. So the
Oh my
three of
God.
us, the three of us, and me and Gilbert went back to my little room with not a bathroom and shower, and I don't remember what we were doing, but you kept burping for whatever reason. I remember that. You used to burp incessantly.
Wow, I don't burp
Amy.
anymore because I changed my diet and I don't eat dairy and that's why I don't burp anymore. I think I didn't have a good diet.
You used to burp and Gilbert go, my impression is still a murder. Make no sense.
Oh
So
my God.
um, so we were in my place, and then we said, let's all cuddle on the bed. It made
I
no sense.
remember that. I vaguely remember that.
This was 1980. Yes. So we were there, and then you decided we're going to leave, and then this is what happened. So they leave, and me and Gilbert we were going, what morons? So we used the R word, maybe, whatever. We're talking about how insane they were, and then they bang on the door. They were listening in at the door, and they came storming back in.
R word reject. What's the R word?
I don't remember, but now you're the one maybe with the sound problem, Amy.
It's not me.
I can't hear you, Amy.
I don't know. I didn't do anything.
I might have to re-enter the room, possibly.
Okay.
Audio on. No.
Wow. What happened to your voice, Amy? Can you step in and re-enter? Step in and re-enter. I want to tell the story.
You want me to re-enter?
Yes, step out and re-enter. We'll fix the sound. Oh, she was born in 79. We'll get to you in a minute, Paul. I got to tell the story. So let's see if it fixes the sound. So this is Stiller and Meara's daughter, who...
I think it's better now.
Okay, so basically, you were listening in at the door, and I thought Amy was cute, Well, she was 18, and you were very, shy. When I dated you, You weren't like ballsy Amy, get over here and spitting at people. You were just very. No, I'm kidding. You don't literally spit.
No, no, no. I was very
depressed
yeah.
and cute and like you used to do impression like Gilda Radner did a character on SNL that was like almost like autistic, like
Yeah,
you were like
the girl, the like where she was just kind of like the Judy Miller show. Was it
well,
like
she would just not even speak, just dart her head back and forth, and you know, you were kind of like that, where you would just shake your head and be nervous and you
wow.
wouldn't talk.
It was a fucked up time for me actually.
Yeah. So basically, I said, "Oh, I blew it," and back then you didn't have Facebook. Oh, how could I get in touch with? I'm so embarrassed. We talked about you when you left. I'm an idiot. I kind of liked you, but then I lived on the Upper West Side, and I bumped into you at on like in front of teachers or what's that place called that's famous, the deli, Greenblatt, something like that.
Gitlets,
No, the famous one,
the famous dairy. Oh, you Zabar's?
Zabar's.
Okay.
So we went to a comedy club and we started dating, and I remember in your place. Speaking of albums, somehow you would get every album. You could just go through. Look, the Stillers, how did they get every new record album? And I
Yeah,
remember
we gave them back away and sold them and stuff. Yeah, there was so many albums.
and I remember there was a Pete Townsend album I like, and you went. Then when you started getting more angry, don't play that Pete Townsend shit. Like I liked. But then
when I came out of my shell.
Yes, you came out of your shell, and there was an album. I turned you and your brother on to an Albert Brooks one where they had.
Oh, I love it. Grabbing some coffee. We still talk about it to this day. Like and then he does like a parody of like a radio show.
Linda Ronstadt. I just met Lassie, where he's doing like those old song parodies. His name was Dickie Goodman.
And then he did that thing like where he's like. Oh God, it's so racist now. But he does the character of like Mr. Brooks. He goes, Mr. Brooks, Mr. Brooks, wake up! It's a Wednesday, and he goes like Chan, not right now. But it's like a '40s radio thing. It's so like politically incorrect right now.
Yeah.
I can't believe. I hope no one judges me for what I just said.
No,
But I remember that. But that I loved. It was called A Star Is Bought.
Yes, where he did
oh my God, that album was fantastic.
Yeah, so you had some fun albums I would find in
to this day, if I go grabbing some coffee, it's like Ben will know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mr. Jaws, but he did his parody, Albert Brooks, where they couldn't get the copyright. So I remember when I first started dating you, then I saw on TV Lovers and Other Strangers, where you played like a little girl singing, and they knew that.
The Flower Girl
convention. What?
Yeah, and then they wanted my autograph. I hated that shit.
You hated when they'd ask for
autograph?
autograph?
Talking about this stuff, my serotonin's dipping.
All right, I won't have it dip. But I thought the story was funny about wearing your brother's shoes, and that I was the
that is pretty funny.
Embarrassed.
You were like our Pygmalion. You were like our Liza Doolittle, and we were like Henry Higgins, trying to get you to go to the ball and pass for having grown up on the Upper West Side, having gone to private school and Harvard. And
I remember
that would be funny for you, Fred. That would be a funny idea for you.
Yes, your luxury. Like one time we walked to 72nd Street or something to buy the Sunday Times on Saturday, and we took a cab home 3 blocks. Well, it wasn't 3 blocks. It was 84. But I remember this was such luxury that they just get the cab for a few blocks.
We must have been, I don't know what was going on that we did that, but yeah, it's weird. It was weird. It was I was depressed back then. I really was. I think I was depressed, but what were you gonna say? Wait, I forget. I was gonna say something.
But that was 1980, and then you went briefly to Where was that? Emerson.
I went to Sarah Lawrence for 2 months and I dropped out, and then I went to Emerson.
And you went to school. Well, Dennis Leary's older than you and Stephen Wright. Well, they're my age.
No, but I remember they were there. Like Dennis Leary was like dealing drugs. I think he was like selling people. I don't know if it was marijuana or cocaine or what. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to get in trouble saying it. I don't know where this is
All right,
going.
don't worry.
I don't want to say anything. No, but he was like doing comedy at this place called this Chinese place, the Ding Ho and Crossroads. I mean, I had no interest in doing stand-up comedy. You know, like I think that I was impressed with you. I was sort of living through you. I was very depressed. I don't know. I couldn't. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was like it was a horrible time. It was just a horrible
Well,
time.
I'm guilty of. I didn't realize how incensed. What a bad date I was. Where we would just go to comedy clubs and you'd hang out with me. And after
No,
like,
I think I was like living through you.
you said, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to go to comedy clubs. Just hang out in the bar with
Is
me
that
and
what I
go
said?
and laugh.
Well, I think I wanted to be on stage, but I didn't have any material. And remember, then we went to Catch a Rising Star,
I
and Bill
remember the
Maher.
story.
Bill Maher was emceeing, and he threatened to bring me and Gigi on
I
stage.
said as a joke, he was the MC. I said, "Can you say the next up is Amy Stiller and Gigi?"
And
And
my heart started beating because I think I wanted to be on stage so badly, and I was so scared, but I didn't have anything to say. But I watched you and all these comedians, and I was like, oh my God, I want to be doing that. And I mean, I'm really an actress, but I do stand up now. But I mean, it took me so long to do what I'm doing, you know?
yeah, no,
No, like, you saw my last set that I did in Santa
right.
Clarita. Like, I've got some stuff, but it's like I think it just took me a really long time to find out who I was, and then then I went to Circle and Square Theater School, and then it was a horrible time in the '80s because like it's horrible. It was horrible for women. There was no way to like get any work. It was just like I don't know. It just wasn't the '80s was not my decade. But it was yours, I think, because like wasn't
Well,
it when you did Seinfeld and everything and
no, that was
stuff?
until '95.
Okay, but you when did you go to LA?
I came to LA in '88.
Okay, yeah, and
Uh,
then yeah, that was not a good time for me around then. Remember I went out with that schmuck Matthew.
yes, there was a guy. He died. That was in one of Matthew's movies. It was like softcore porn he did or something.
Senior week.
Yes, some weird guy, that a heavy guy. He died. That
I don't know. I just this is crazy, but I don't know who's gonna see this. I was on the number 10 bus. I don't know who's interested in what I'm saying because it's not about me. It's not about you. And I went ballistic with that guy, Matthew. He was like, I don't know what I just wasn't into him. I was just really just floundering, and somehow he was in my life, and he didn't treat me very nicely. And then he ended up like yeah, co-producing that movie, and there was this girl that I think he was having an affair with, and I was really angry, and I left messages on her answering machine, because back then I don't know, it was like at the hotel or something. Anyway, she was just like the hottest thing. Anyway, I'm on the number 10 bus one day, and she goes, "Are you Amy Stiller?" She goes, "You left messages on my machine." Anyway, we're friends now.
wow.
She's a dog walker, but she's really got a big heart, and she told me like what a fucking maniac Matthew was, and how he kept videotaping himself singing the Peter Gabriel song Red Rain, and just how he was
Cody does that.
so into her because she was like hot and sexy, and I was, left behind because I have huge abandonment issues. And I got really messed up from that. I was angry. I never slapped a man in my life. I slapped him. I slapped
Cody
him.
slapped. Cody slapped when he was in L.A. He slapped Jim. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying nonsense.
So anyway, but it was just like it doesn't mean anything now. You look back at these things, but
Well, when I look at back, when I think of how I embarrassed the Stiller family, no wonder
I
right in
know
front
when
of
I think about it, Fred, I cringe. Just kidding.
I cringe about things I did 10 years ago, but I cringe. No wonder Meara right in front of me would say, we're thinking of setting Amy up with Carol O'Connor's son. Like they had that
Well, he
idea.
killed himself, so that wouldn't have worked out.
All right. See, it was almost better than that.
I
But
think, or he died of a drug overdose,
you
rather.
remember this waitress, Sandy, who I believe briefly had a
Yes.
thing with? I did the most embarrassing thing. I went to her place, 72nd Street. She had a place in the morning. We're at a cafe or whatever it is, and I get up in the middle of a date in the morning and play pinball and just leave her. I just shake my head. There's so many things I can't help it. Look, David
Wait.
Feld said it right.
What did you say?
He said, "Oh, your parents are named Paul and Mars." That explains it. You know
But you know what I remember?
what?
You were obsessed with a book called Dispatches.
I was obsessed with Vietnam. Yes.
You were obsessed with Vietnam, and then I was like, ooh, he's so cool that he's obsessed with Vietnam. I must read this book, Dispatches. And I don't remember much about it, but I was just
You
was like,
know,
it was like I found that very intriguing, and I just thought that was very like smart and sexy that you were into Dispatches.
well,
That you
I'm
were
going to try
into
using
Vietnam.
that now. Do something with the women, but yeah, no, the Upper West Side. So all right. The last time I saw you, I was opening for Norm, and I said I want to go to the Upper West Side. It's like the Upper East Side now. It's just rich moms with their expensive smoothies and the doormen holding doors for them, and it doesn't have the quaint feeling the Upper West Side used to have.
Yeah, remember I remember David's jewelry store on the corner of 84th and Broadway, and then I got my mom like a Mother's Day present. I remember I went with my dad to pick out something for my mom for Mother's Day, and there were like
Paul, I'm sorry. You could put your thing back on. We're ignoring Paul, or he left. I'm
so
sorry.
I was gonna get my mom a wallet, and there were three of them, and I went, I want that one, and it was like the most expensive one, and my dad said, so you really want that one, huh? Oh, okay. Like, but I don't think he wanted to pay the money for it.
Jeff Crone said, "Still and Mirror were the best comedy duo." Yeah, I knew them growing up from these Blue Nun commercials.
Right. Remember all the Blue Nun wine that arrived at 118 Riverside
Yes.
Drive? Do you know
Yes.
there's you know that Ben is doing a documentary that's coming
Yes,
out
I
on
know
Apple
about
Plus,
that.
and I wish like I'm going to tell you something. Restream this when this part when the documentary comes out because people are going to be watching this, Fred.
Yeah, no, I mean,
You were part of that. You were part of the doc. You were part of that world.
well, I remember Arnie, your dad's.
Arnie. I remember. Do you remember Maxine, my father's crazy lesbian sister?
Yes.
And she'd come in, and she was bona fide nuts, right? And she'd be like, Arnie died because Arnie died, and we think he died of lung cancer, but I think it was AIDS, because it was, back. But anyway, he died, and Maxine would pick up her money every week, and she'd go like, "Oh, where's Arnie?" And they'd be like, "Well, Maxine, Arnie Duncan died," and she goes, "Arnie Duncan died? Arnie Duncan died? Oh my God, that's terrible. Jerry, can I have my $50?"
Wait, one quick thing to Cody. This is interesting. You're doing for the first time text on one side and a photo to the right.
Wait, is Cody gonna make this a cartoon? What's happening
No,
now?
no, we're doing another story. We work on stories that we put on Substack. So we do a stream where sometimes I ask questions, and people chime in, and they watch the creative process. So
Right.
Cody's been quiet today, so no, this is not a thing, but this is an interesting thing. We've never done one where half the page is text and maybe to the side you're doing a picture. So Cody, is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, I let Cody have free reign, and I love. So when you talk about coming into your own, when I'm a very, very late bloomer,
I haven't yet come into my own. I'm coming
I
into my
feel
own.
stand-up never felt right to me because
But you were so fucking funny, Fred. Come on.
no,
I
but
mean,
I'm
and you
saying,
and I loved watching you and Letterman and the chemistry. He loved
but
you.
you can't dabble. You got to really live the life, and
I know.
there's a lot of quirky little stories that I can't do in stand-up. I don't have the wherewithal
But
to do
there's
a
so much
one-man show.
storytelling.
But in this way, I do audio, and
Right.
Cody illustrates it, and I love like Harvey Pekar and graphic novels. So
My mom loved Harvey Pekar.
yeah, so this is a way to, and maybe one day. Okay, let me tell you an Amy Stiller story I'm thinking of doing that involves
Please
Kathleen
do.
Roll.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that involves Kathleen Roll.
In a way, so when I dated Amy, you don't realize things are. Oh, there's a few Amy Stiller stories. One of them is where, and I told it to Kevin Brennan, and he liked it. You know Kevin Brennan?
I'm not sure. I mean, why do I know Neil Brennan?
He's Neil Brennan's brother.
Okay.
So one time when I'm dating Amy, we're all messed up, so I was seeing a therapist, and I said, "Yeah, I'm dating this girl. I don't know. She's like kind of now withdrawing from me." He goes, "Bring her in for a session."
I vaguely remember this.
So I bring her in, and we both sit on the couch, and Amy's talking about, I feel invisible, my
Too
family.
bad this wasn't on Dr. Katz.
What's that?
Too bad this wasn't on Dr.
Well,
Katz.
so the thing was, I'm sitting there, and Amy's going on and on about her problems. It was supposed to be about us. So the shrink goes, "What do you think about Fred?" "Oh, I'm not into him. He's like he's."
Yeah, I wasn't. I was just like.
So, but then you kept throwing. So you thought I was treating you to your own session, and I'm just sitting there watching. You didn't know I was trying to work on us. You go, "Oh, I'm not into him like he's into me." Anyway, so my father, he never saw me do a good, acting.
Yeah, whatever.
So I thought it's funny, like I bring you in for a session, and you're going on about yourself, like thinking, "Oh,
That's
I'm treating you."
hysterical.
Yes.
Because I think I was just like, I needed to come out of my shell and I didn't know how. And I think when I look back on it, part of it also was like there wasn't really a place for like kooky women like me. You know what I mean? I mean, I didn't want to like be an ingenue. I wanted to act, but I wasn't like hungering to, I don't know, play these roles, like I wanted to express myself.
Yeah, no, we all do. And this is the way I love to express myself. I don't like hanging out at comedy clubs. I like telling quirky little stories, and Cody illustrates them. So let me tell you another little Amy story that I think could be a thing. Cody, you listening?
Yes.
Tell me if you think it's good. So, all right, I dated this woman, Amy, and I. Okay,
No, go ahead.
this is a condensed story where she goes, "You're an emotional cripple. You don't cry. You don't have emotions." And I don't know what's inappropriate. I thought, oh, she's right. So I was trying so hard to cry, thinking I'll show her I'm not an emotional cripple. And then I remember trying to do it on the phone, thinking I'm going to win her over. So then you said, "We're going to see ordinary people. If you don't have feelings about this, then there's something wrong with you. Something fucking wrong with you." So you took me to see ordinary people
on 72nd Street.
Yes. So I'm thinking,
in that theater, the Embassy, it does not exist anymore.
So then it was like performance anxiety. Like before it starts, I'm going, it's like telling a joke where you're not listening, you pressure
Okay,
to laugh. So I'm thinking, oh, I gotta cry, but which part? And the pressure to cry was so much during Ordinary People. You said, if you don't cry during this, then that's it. So then, so we break up, and then I remember like oh, there's something wrong with me. I was fucked up. I couldn't cry. So then I go to a party in LA, and I'm feeling I'm a piece of shit. Whatever. So then I bumped into your friend Kathleen
Roll.
And she says, oh, I don't mean to start trouble, but she goes, oh, this is how she talks. I know Amy Stiller.
I know Amy Stiller.
She goes, she's kind of crazy. She just cries all the time. And she'll just cry for no reason.
Crazy.
So basically, what I'm saying
all the time.
This is kind of a punchline where I think there's something wrong with me that I don't cry.
Is Cody going to do a cartoon about
crazy,
this?
She cries all the time. So
Cody,
I think,
Cody, are you listening to this?
Cody, do you think this is a funny story?
I think Cody has a new cartoon.
Do you like this one, Cody?
And you know what, Cody, you have to. I think he has to also do Kathleen Roll in it, because like we have to show him some video.
Yeah, it's a party where I feel
get the Kathleen Roll effect, because she is a total character.
Well, you need someone to validate that she's crazy, and I'm not the one. And so basically, I was so excited. She's crazy.
And
good. It's not me. And she just cries all the time. Like, so here it is. You're putting me down. I don't cry, and someone's saying she's crazy because she'll just cry all the time.
And that must have made you feel very good.
Yes, validated that she's crazy. And another thing that happened was that I went to the doctor that I had something called dry eye. Oh, I can't cry because I have dry eye. So it all puts called crying pressure. And then another part of the story was we took the same class, but not together, Freddie Karaman, where everyone tries to cry. They come out high-fiving. I cried. I'm so great. Well, you go in the back, and you're not supposed to come out till you think of something. So they come out crying. So I remember coming. Oh, here you're still on the bus. This is Rancho Rizzo going to Florida.
It's Paul Herzich. You remember me? I was just on your live stream, Freddie. You remember me? I was just on here, Freddie. Well, I owned a shop that I never told you about. I owned a shop for just the sleeves of the comedy albums. So you could, if you lost the sleeve to a George Carlin album, you could go and you could get the sleeve for that George Carlin album. And I had a whole store of those.
You know Jeff Richards, Amy?
Yeah. Yeah, he was on Saturday Night Live, right?
Yes.
Right now, Amy, I'm talking like Paul.
Are you Jeff? Are you Jeff Richards?
But he's pretending to be Paul.
I'm trying to explain to you. I'm Paul Herzich. I have a comic. I had a store, and I had a little tiny store where you could get Coca-Colas and little sacks of chips. But the bigger store had.
Is this a character that Jeff is doing and I don't recognize that you're Jeff?
He's doing the guy that was just on that had the comic book store.
Okay, but this is Jeff, but I don't recognize. Is it Jeff?
I'm not going to answer. I'm the guy who owns a record shop.
Yes.
A comedy albums. But I remember doing this, and at that particular time, there wasn't someone that had an album store. So what I did was I had an idea.
See, I thought he was for real.
Because
so
Jeff,
good. You're
Jeff
so
Ross,
good.
You know Jeff Ross?
Of course.
He says, "Take a banana for the road. Take a banana for the road," and I loved that. So I took a banana for the road, but I should have brought something to drink because I got dehydrated.
Jeff, I met you like outside of Crunch at like Sunset and Crescent Heights once.
Yeah, that sounds like you, because you used to live next to the Laugh Factory.
I don't remember. I just remember thinking, "Ooh,
Yeah.
oh, this is Jeff Richards." Wow, 'cause I was like starstruck. And now look
Well,
at you.
but look at where comedy albums have gone, Amy. They went right up to a road you can't get to anymore. People aren't doing it, so I just I don't worry about it.
Are you wearing a wig?
No, my hair is I comb it so it looks like it's a wig. It's kind of my thing. Not everybody does it. And that
Ah,
way, if someone goes, "Oh, what is that, a wig?"
I'm feeling a
No.
little. I'm feeling a little Skippy low, just a little.
Wow, Skippy Low.
You know who Skip Elo is?
From the belly room.
No, Skip Elo. It's sort of the character Martin Short based. That like like
Jiminy
uh,
Cliff.
the guy who the fat guy who's like what is it like being Linda Hopkins? You know that you know what I'm saying. Anyway, there's a little bit of Skip Elo he had this cable show where he interviewed. He was gay. Anyway,
Well,
who's not gay
but then you
with
got
hair like
Fred.
yours? I asked you.
But
I mean,
if I, is there's a part of Fred Stoller that's might be leaning that way because he likes his glasses fogged up. He likes his shirt kind of.
he likes his cats.
Yeah, he holds the cat. He talks a little too much.
Do your impression of me for Amy.
I am. That's what I was doing.
Oh,
What about Jeff Ross?
yeah. Let's hear Jeff Ross.
Coming to my show, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. You're gonna go drop to your knees. You're not gonna know what to do with yourself. It's a tearjerker. It's a funny thing. It's gonna make you laugh. It's gonna make you cry. Take a banana by the road. Take a banana by the road.
Wow.
Shut up.
Oh God, I feel like Fred. Wait, what were you saying before Jeff came in? You were talking about.
Oh, right, the story.
Well, the story about you like the story about the crying, and it turned out, I was trying so hard to cry, and people go, "Amy's crazy. She cries all the time."
I think that's funny. It's also clearly I needed antidepressants, and then I got them, and now I'm not on them, but although I could use them. No, there was a lot of crying. Yeah, it was a bad time.
Who? Now, is Nancy Shane still
Yeah, I can never reach her, but she wrote this musical that's going to be done at the New London. But she wrote this. It's called The Pet Project. Anyway, she's wrote this musical that's going to be done. The Pet Project. It's going to be done in New Hampshire, somewhere at like the theater barn or something like that. Anyway, are we all going to just? I feel like we should be plugging our.
Yeah. Well, Amy,
Go on. Yes. Yeah. What?
I saw that your short film, and I got to say, it's excellently done.
It really was yeah.
Now, did you get into arguments with what's his name, Sam Cohen, or what was it, who played?
No, Scott Cohen.
Did you argue with him?
No, I loved him.
Okay, I worked with him. He's a sweet guy.
He's like an actor's actor and just has so much humanity. And I just come out of something. I don't want to go into it. We don't want to air our dirty laundry here, being Amy Stiller, if you know what I mean. But I had come out of something really like abusive, and it was really great to be around him. He was.
Now, if you need, who's good to be around? Who's a philosophical guy? Robert Downey Jr. Could you give Amy some pep talk, Robert?
I think you're doing great because the beginning, the basic catharsis is basically like unidirect. Like you can see like there's univision and unidirect. You probably just need to do more like frozen dinners and things. Just like get to the basic like Scrub Nelson Rockefeller sort of like, Indigo Girls, like channel the Indigo Girls.
Now, Amy does theater. Willem Dafoe. What do you think about Amy in the theater world?
Well, it's a tough thing because
No one does Willem Dafoe. This is so brilliant.
anytime you have to put yourself forward and understand yourself, there's always a chance that you're going to get lost in the chaos. So that's something to consider.
Love it.
Amy, I'm getting into French movies.
Well, I do Jane Fonda.
Let's hear Jane Fonda, yes.
Well, hi, everybody. It's Jane Fonda. Things aren't good.
Great.
They're bad. They're not good. Now, people don't remember when I wasn't funny or wasn't trying to be funny. I'm somewhat funny on Grace and Frankie, but I wish more people would rent. They shoot horses, don't they? See, the fact that I said rent, they shoot horses, don't they, means I'm old. I'm old, but I'm still sexy, and I'm breathy, and I'm current, and I care about the world, and I care about you, and I'm incredibly earnest. And if you need somebody to hold your hand after you've had a very bad comedy set, I'll be there for you, because I don't care if you're funny or not. I'm a human being, and I love you.
Nailing it
So
like
good.
I saw
was
with you,
amazing.
Amy, on Golden Pond. What was the movie theater on West End or Broadway in 89th or 89th? There was a movie theater.
Oh, yeah, and you know what? It was archived in Annie Hall when they go to see The Sorrow and the Pity or whatever, because the New Yorker movie theater. It doesn't exist anymore.
No, I remember you were jealous because I was blown away by Frances and how I was like,
No, I was jealous of Jessica Lange.
because I
And
said she was
I don't
phenomenal.
know, something freaked me out that you knew it was good acting and or something. It freaked me out because
She
I
was
think I wanted
amazing.
to be back then. I wanted to be a movie star. I wanted to be a model, but I was always like a little too fat. And I wanted power, if you want to know the truth, because I know no power because I was like a woman in the 80s, and then my brother was getting famous,
It
and I was
sounds
just
like Daryl
wanted
Hammond.
power.
You were in the 80s as a woman. Sounds like you're Daryl Hammond. Yeah.
Daryl
It's
Hammond. Blah, 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 blah.
it's like the 1930s, 1940s. The Gambino family, the Creshire family, the people that were in Davenport, USA. They were lost, and they were certainly mortals, but they didn't get there by chance or circumstance.
That's Daryl Hammond. He talks like Valley
God,
Girl.
where's Daryl Hammond these days?
He hangs out at Swingers on Beverly Boulevard in a crazy like
You mean
hat.
the restaurant?
Yes.
I just
Yes.
remember Catherine Roll saying
Yes.
he's so fabulously fucked up.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
what she
Well,
said.
and I tell her I appreciate that, but it's really something for the record books or something, because when I drive in a car, I ride in the back seat. I don't care if no one else is in the car. That's where I'm sitting. And it's everybody has their story. They have their thing they do, but it's like I worked my ass off to not work my ass off, if that makes any sense.
Well, there's driverless cars now, Daryl,
It's
so you can
crazy.
be in the back seat, and
Don't. Everybody wants to do what they want to do.
That doesn't happen.
This is
oh,
Dustin Hoffman.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, do the
Don't do
There,
that.
there was
And the
a
smile.
long hallway, and I didn't know which door to open. We're trying to open the different doors. This is Easter. I don't celebrate it. There's a door. I tried to open the door. I just kept trying to. It wouldn't open. Don't talk to me like that. You ever felt that way? Where you're sympathizing with something you're not even really a part of? You're just sort of, it's like a fusion, like nuclear fusion. But you didn't order the clam chowder. You didn't want a clam chowder.
Don't talk to me.
You know,
Don't.
I also do Marianne Williamson. I did it years ago because in all those years when Amy was crying, Fred, she was going to see Marianne at the Universalist Church on Central Park West, and then eventually I got so big that I filled town hall. What I'd like to talk tonight about is how, in the same way that Jesus represents the Christ child in all of you, oftentimes Sissy Spacek represents the Carrie within me. Needless to say, I have a lot of anger. So I was on a date with this guy, and he was really, really rich. And that made me feel really, really good. And it came time to pay for the bill, and I wanted to pay, and he did, and it was great. And I thought, well, like and then oh God, I'm forgetting things because I'm around Jeff, and I'm a little bit I'll admit I'm vulnerable, and like I'm being cracked open. I'm being totally cracked open now. And
Well,
anyway, what the point is that in the same way that I grew up in Texas as a Jew, and I sort of felt like Carrie in the movie Carrie, and I really fucked up the joke. There was a whole thing that I forgot
I don't know
about.
what Mary Ellen sounds like.
Marianne Williamson, haven't you watched her lately?
No. Let me ask you some trivia. You know Upper West Side. What was a place? There was a diner. It was like maybe Broadway and 75th, where downstairs there was a club where they had some video games, and upstairs there was a diner. I don't know, but this one guy that would hang out there, his mother wrote all the astrology books.
Linda
Jane.
Goodman.
Yes, he was Linda Goodman's son. He used to hang out at this place.
Michael Goodman.
Do you know who he is?
He used to like play with us on Riverside
He was
Drive.
an Upper West Side guy. Yes.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, when we grew up in the 70s, there were like the poor kids and the rich kids played together in Riverside Park. But I think he moved to Hawaii, but he was kind of a little bit
He was
troubled.
weird.
Yeah, he was kind of like I don't know if he was a bully or I don't want to say the wrong things, but I mean, but there was like, he kind of had a lot going on. That's what I want to say.
he had a very difficult childhood. He did nothing easily. And this is a person that because he tried to play the drums. He tried to play the drums, but he wasn't very good at the drums. So he had to try to play something else. But it wasn't easy. It was a long night. I remember Faye Dunaway one time. She came up to me and we were at the Akko bar. I don't think it's there anymore. And she said, I remember you from your first audition. I saw you at the Cadillac, Cadillac was an auditioning. It was basically an audition house. You would learn how to audition. And she said, I remember you, but I remember I didn't like you, but now I like you. And I said, it's just, what do you mean? What didn't you like? What do you like now?
Dustin Hoffman. You told me you saw him with your mother in the Russian tea room or something. You met Dustin Hoffman, Amy?
I remember a lot of, yeah. He came over.
Is that Amy? Is that Amy up there, Cody? That's you.
Love it. But like, and he was talking about like Murray Shiskull. I think he goes, the crazy, I just remember he said the crazy Shiskulls or something like Murray Shiskull, the playwright. I don't know. Me and Ben used to go like imitate him going, the crazy Shiskulls. But there were lots of famous people.
Don't do that. I like the Dustin Hoffman when
don't put it.
Don't do that.
Don't put it like that. When you put it like that, you don't make it make any sense. They're supposed to be symbiotic. Symbiotic is a relationship with two things. Not trying to prove some idiotic stereotype. The macho women, the ugly women are masculine. Shame on you, macho shithead. Those are the lines from Tootsie. Those are the exact lines from Tootsie.
Oh, Tootsie. Yeah.
Oh God, the best movie ever.
Tootsie, Terry Garr and
Bill Murray was in it. People forget.
Bill Murray was so fucking funny in that. Now that is one nutty hospital.
That's so yeah, Amy. The Upper West Side. Who were some of the people you knew, like famous, who would walk around? Is Amy Heckerling still in the Upper West Side? You still
Yeah, I ran into her at like the health food place, the now doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, and her daughter too,
Amy
Molly. She's
Molly.
doing comedy. She's doing comedy. She's very funny.
Yeah, Amy. It turned out now Amy Heckerling, who did Clueless, Fast Time at Ridgemont High, her daughter thought Neil Israel was her husband, Neil Israel, but it turned out it's Harold Ramis was her real biological dad, I think, or
Really?
yes, something crazy like that.
Wow.
Now I remember
I'm
dating
shaking.
Amy. I remember movies we saw. Now we saw a movie where I dated him. Keith Gordon was.
Oh God.
What was the
Such an
movie?
asshole to me.
Keith Gordon was in a movie with Angie Dickinson. What was it called?
Dressed to Kill.
Dressed to Kill.
Yeah, his parents, Mark and Bobby Gordon, were my parents' really good friends.
And
then he was in Jaws 2, and then he left me for somebody on the set of Jaws 2. Not Jaws 1,
wow.
Jaws 2. Yeah, he was
Gilbert,
kind of
someone said
not-
Gilbert used to call
he's
Molly.
a sweet. No, I really like Keith now, but back then he was just sort of like, he thought he was a big deal.
Well, he was in the
He was very smart. I was very
Rodney
impressed with him.
Dangerfield movie.
I only go out with smart men.
Yes, or morons like me who embarrassed the whole Stiller family, the sophisticated Stiller family. Don't do that. Don't.
Did you tell?
I like doing impressions of other people, like you're just another. Don't do that. Don't
Maybe
do.
you gotta come see my show on Broadway. It's gonna make you cry. It's gonna make you laugh. It's gonna make you jump up in a hot air balloon and ask yourself for a diet soda or something.
It's so subtle. It's so good, that Jeff Ross impression.
Oh, send us the Amy Stiller picture. We'll get it to you, Amy. Look.
Well, I think that Cody definitely has another episode here about the crying and the ordinary people.
Yes. Do you like that one?
But see, I was wanting to be Mary Tyler Moore. I was wanting to be like a famous actress, and I want like and all that stuff.
You always wanted to be an old-time actress.
No, I just wanted to be. But I think I did that in the film you saw me do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And also, like, I just posted my old reel that I was like, oh my God, this is really good stuff. And I have a recent reel too.
I like how Jeff has a new character, Paul, with the sleeves.
I thought people like comedy albums, and if I was to put them in a store where people could walk up and walk into the store, I could sell the albums from the store. the comedy albums. So essentially, I was putting myself out there, but really I was putting myself in there in terms of into the store. And that's where I was working.
Wow. There's all these things on the Upper West Side. Suen, do you remember that health food place?
Yes.
Oh my God. The Upper West Side, yeah. It really was. Upper East Side was too hoity-toity.
Oh, this is what I want to say, Jeff. Yeah, when I said there's parts of Skip E. Lowe in there, which is basically what the Jiminy Glick character that Martin Short did was based on, this guy, Skip E. Lowe, who'll be like, so tell me what's going on with you. Like, so it must be very fascinating being Faye Dunaway. You know, like that anyway. That reminds me of.
But there was a guy named Skippy Lowe though that used to host the Belly Room show.
Really? He must have stolen
90s.
it. He must have used it from that, because this guy is like such a character, but his hair is almost like your hair. You should look him up. Skip E. Lowe. He's and he did all that. So tell me what's it like always going out and you don't know what people are gonna think. People are following you. Like he did that,
that's good,
and that he got it from that.
Oh, is that right? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Kind of how, and didn't, Albert Brooks actually got Stuart Smalley from Ben's character on the Ben Stiller show.
Not Albert Brooks.
Not Albert Brooks.
Al Franken.
Al Franken, excuse me. Yeah. He kind of took that, I don't, from Ben, a little bit, that
Yeah.
like, I love myself, God damn it, and I'm smart enough, I'm good enough, and God damn it, people love me. But Ben got that from a guy named Ed Bergman, who had a cable show, and I used to go to Ed Bergman's meetings. I was so depressed. Oh my God, the fucking 80s. I'm just glad the fucking 80s and the 90s are over. It was
Well, now
horrible.
we can all relax. I mean, the
Yeah.
fire pit. We don't have to be in the fire pit anymore.
Well, yeah, I'm.
No, I
What I
just think
like
I didn't
about
know who I was, and I didn't know what to do with myself, and I didn't have a comedy act like Fred or like you. I didn't know what to do, and so it's and then I just went to acting classes and was auditioning, and then I think that Jane Fonda thing, like I auditioned for the Aspen Comedy Festival and doing my little Fonda thing, and then I got a call back, and I went, but I didn't want to just do impressions. I wanted to talk on stage, and so I'm trying to do that now more. Like I've been doing some open mics under a pseudonym. I've been doing open mics under a pseudonym,
what your
and then I
pseudonym.
let the cat out of the bag. Amy B, or Amy
Emmy
Bell sometimes.
Emmy Bell Sawyer Stiller. I remember.
Yeah,
You on
but
Instagram?
uh-huh.
Okay.
Under her
Fine.
pseudonym.
Yeah, and but I'm not giving away, like there's some gold stuff that I did in this set that I did in Santa Clarita, but I'm not going to give it away on Instagram, you know what I mean? Like because people, there's a sort of a scripted thing,
Yeah. No, I just meant to. So, I'm gonna find you on Instagram.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's Jeff
unless,
Arthur Michael Richards.
what did
She
you want? What?
performs as Ron Fuddle. Does that sound familiar? Or is someone making something up?
Say that again. Ron who?
Fuddle.
No, but it sounds great. I love it.
Ron
It's
Fuddle. Yeah.
Wait, Jeff, what's your Instagram under?
It's the Jeff Richards.
Okay.
Jeff
But do you remember? I remember like running into you,
Yeah.
at
and I was
Crunch.
like, "Oh, I'm in Hollywood where you run into people like Jeff Richards."
Yeah, I totally
Some,
remember that.
I really
Was that?
do. I was like, because I was like, "Oh my God, he's amazing."
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it outside of that gym?
Yeah, it was outside of Crunch.
Crunch.
I-
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. Yeah.
by the Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
It's weird. I'm kind of naive, even though I grew up in all of this. I think I was stuck in New York, and I'd like to be more bi-coastal. Do you want to know what I did the other day? This sounds crazy. I auditioned for the Groundlings because I never did it because I was too scared to do it when I was younger, and I'm actually thinking of taking classes at the Groundlings. I know that sounds
Cool.
weird, but I like I'm not, because I don't have, I don't have the. It's not like, oh, I want to be on Saturday Night Live. I'm just really doing it for me, and I want to see where it goes. And then maybe I'll also like meeting people who you can create with, who are you're
Yes.
stimulated by.
Right. Yeah, you do a class, you can go, oh, that guy in the corner, I like that guy, or that girl, yeah.
And then you create something. But apparently, like, I mean, I'm in New York right now. I don't know when I would do this, but you apparently now, like, you can take it online. I don't know how that works, but maybe I will take the first level online. But I would like to be in person and do it.
Now, Amy, you were, I remember, briefly in a National Lampoon show.
I understudied, and Jerry, what's Adler just died. He
Yes.
directed it.
Really?
He
Jerry
directed
Adler
that show. And guess what?
What?
Here's some trivia. They wanted my dad for that part on The Sopranos.
Which part? The Hesh?
The part that Jerry Adler played.
And why didn't he do it?
He didn't like the violence. My dad had a thing about violence.
Oh, good for him. Some principles.
He just didn't, he just didn't like it. He didn't feel good with it somehow.
Well, now that I think of it, he never did anything violent, your dad. He was a great dramatic actor. He was in Hurly Burly. He was in what's that movie with the hijacking of the train, taking a Pelham
Oh,
1, 2,
taking Pelham
3?
1, 2, 3. He's also did this thing called Seize the Day with Robin Williams that was on
Oh, that was
PBS.
great.
It was great.
Yes, yeah. No, he was a great dramatic actor. I thought
I
your
yeah.
parents started as a comedy team, but they met
No, that's right.
in college
And
in
also,
Syracuse.
like, this is the beauty and tragedy of theater, like it disappears. He did a play called What's Wrong with This Picture with Faith Prince. I don't think it lasted very long, but he had this scene with Faith Prince that broke your heart. But of course, no one's going to see it because it was theater, you know.
You know, I didn't. There's a scene. I never really watched, the show he did with Kevin James, but there's a scene that cracks me up where him, the black guy in it, and Kevin James are walking down the street to fight the power, and they're like acting like tough guys, fight the power. It just was, it was amazing. Yeah, great dramatic actor. But now
What
that I think of it, he never did anything violent where he killed anyone, or it
he
was
just, he just didn't like that stuff. He didn't
interesting.
feel comfortable.
Now, I worked with Jerry Adler twice. Shows no one would know. One, Carol Leifer briefly had a show, a sitcom, and he was the father in it. And a show with Bob Saget, Raising Dad. He was a great man. He couldn't stand Andy Kindler and Bob Saget, which is not rehearse and make jokes. Guys. But so did you know Jerry Adler personally?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, he was the director of the National Lampoon show at the Village Gate, so yeah, I did, but I don't remember getting to know him beyond. I mean, I was so like, oh, I'm in this thing. I was like, so I didn't know what I was doing back then. Whatever.
Now,
I'm just studying Annie Golden and Vianne Cox.
Andy Golden, I had a crush on her in Hair. I love the movie Hair. And now there's someone who you're friends with. I love Dog Day Afternoon. It's my favorite movie. And you're friends with one of the women. There was one woman, it looks like Ann
Yeah,
Miller, but the other one, Marcia Jean Kurtz.
yeah. My dad did a play with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. She's
Marcia
great.
Jean Kurtz.
Oh my
I
God,
love
Dog
her.
Day Afternoon. It was like on the other night, and like it's one of those movies you just could watch it over and over again,
Charles
and you don't get
Durning.
tired of it.
I was so excited on Raymond when I worked with Charles Durning because
Ah, he's so good.
he was in it, and I was on Suddenly Susan, directed by this guy Philip Charles Mackenzie, that played uh, a medic in Dog Day Afternoon. There was give me the black guy, Dick Anderson.
The black guy. Oh my
Give me the
God, he
black
was
guy. I
so
want the black
good.
guy. Oh, it was so good. It was just my dream was to be the guy who chickens out in the beginning of Dog Day Afternoon.
I know him, Gary Springer.
You know him? That's my prototype. Like
He's a publicist now, or as last I heard, he was a publicist. He was, and I think he was. Guess what? He was in Jaws 2 with
he was
Keith,
on.
who
Sonny,
betrayed me for some girl named
I'm gonna
Gigi.
do this theme. Sonny, I'm getting. What are you talking about, Stevie? I'm getting paid 5, Sonny. Get out of here, Stevie. The keys. Come on. All right. There comes out. What do you want? There's a girl there. What's this? A squirrel? Carol Kane. So,
Oh, right. What's this, a squirrel? Right. I remember that.
I gotta say, Amy, I always had crushes on red hair and freckles and Carol Kane, and then I met Susie Quartz. How do you say Swoosie?
Swoosie, yeah.
I met her at a rap party, a Christmas party for Suddenly Susan, and she comes up to me. She goes, I saw you in Friends. I really liked you. I go, thanks. I started talking. She goes, that's all I wanted to say. Such a jerk. Like, she goes, I didn't want to engage in conversation, Oh, God. But she was really gorgeous. I saw a little thing of her in, what's that, Andrew, Less Than Zero. Andrew McCarthy. I get Less Than Zero mixed up with another one where they're all stoned. Michael J. Fox. But wow, she was.
She's an amazing actress.
She's amazing, and there's another redhead I thought was attractive, but My friend worked with her, said she's kind of crazy. What's the redhead?
Natasha Lyonne.
No, Natasha Lyonne is a comedian.
No,
Uh,
she's an actress, really.
Natasha Lyonne.
Natasha Lyonne. No, you're thinking of you're thinking of Natasha Leggero. No, no,
Yes.
Natasha Lyonne.
Yes.
Wait, what's her
Yes.
name?
What
That
was
was.
her name? She worked in the body shop. She was a dancer, but she had a club foot. But
No, she was
parents
married
owned a
to John
winery.
Hurd, who died.
Mary Beth Hurt.
No, she's a playwright. Her
No,
name is.
no, she's not a playwright. Mary Beth Hurt. She was in. She was in that Woody Allen movie that was really serious. You know.
Not her. Who is funny? Kurt Swoozy. Oh, how about, all right, you worked with what's her name, who I got into the White Lotus. Parker Posey.
Posey.
What's she like?
What's she
She's
like?
she's like crazy
Which-
like me. Like our
which-
dressing room was all like gua sha and aromatherapy, and you know we talked about astrology, and she's great.
Yeah.
She's
What's Lisa Kudrow smell like?
Oh, this is who I had a crush on. Melissa Leo. That's her name.
Guess what? I took a Bikram yoga class in Harlem on 145th Street, like in this, because sometimes I'd go up there.
Some would say, who's this for? Come
No,
on,
but-
this is good stuff.
No, but listen to me. I'm like in the dressing room, and I'm thinking, I did one of those where I'm like, oh wait, do I know you? Look so familiar to me. Like total fish out of water. We're on 145th Street in a yoga studio in like a shitty neighborhood. It was Melissa Leo. She takes Bikram.
Oh, wow.
And then I did one of those where I'm like, oh, I love your work.
Oh, she loves your work, Melissa Leo?
No, I said that to her.
Oh.
Don't you listen, Fred? I mean, first you can't
How am I
cry.
supposed to listen
Now
when
you
I
don't-
got a boner? How can I listen?
How can you listen? So I give you a boner, Fred? Well, it's
Yeah,
a funny way
well,
to
yeah,
show me you're attracted to me.
Just talking to all these girls that I used to have crushes on in the '90s, you know, makes me feel a little funny.
I remember thinking maybe Vicki Lewis would go out with me. Then I go, what do you? She was living 10 years in Malibu with Nick Nolte. I don't think she's going to go from Nick Nolte to me, but Vicki Lewis,
You never know. I
you
mean,
know, it's do you know who Vicki Lewis is?
yeah, I do.
It's well, Scarlett. This is Amy Stiller, Jerry Stiller's.
Who's Scarlett?
Scarlett is only 16 and she's a big Dr. Katz fan. So she got into me from Dr. Katz. So she doesn't know who a lot of people are, but she's really loyal to me. She loves animation. So I don't think she would know.
Are you just talking to her because she's going to be watching this?
No. There's comments. I'm getting lots of comments on this.
Oh, see, I don't see where it's streaming. That's why I was like, what's happening? I don't even know. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Wait, Fred, didn't you go out with Kathy Griffin?
Yes.
What the hell was that like?
Jeff, do you want to tell the Kathy Griffin story as Fred?
Well, you know, we were supposed to go to House of Pancakes, and she had a couple too many, so she slept in, which is okay, but, you know, she slept in for like about a week. And so
He's making it up.
when she woke up, it was a week later.
Wait, did Cody leave? Cody, did you leave? Cody left, and he's just using Amy's picture as a template. I hope he's okay.
Oh my God, I could sue him.
Cody, I hope he's okay.
I hope he took a banana for the road.
Jeff, did you do an impression of Kathy Griffin?
No.
Okay, you guys. No, I can't do it. I don't
There
know.
was, what's her name? Melissa, Mexican, was
Melissa
on.
Villasenor?
She did a great Kathy Griffin and a great Sarah Silverman.
Melissa Villaseñor did. Oh,
Yes.
she's great. She's great at that.
Yes. No one had done Kathy Griffin and Sarah Silverman, but it
No,
was
you know, Aubrey Plaza did a good Sarah Silverman. I saw her on something
well.
doing it.
She does. Jeff taught me how to do the Sarah Silverman face.
Oh, we just gotta go like.
And you have to have your mouth cocked to the side, right? Like, you know, right?
I hope Cody's okay. I mean, it's
So what was it like with Kathy? I want the dirt on Kathy Griffin. Come on.
people here. Does that if someone on the side
I
says,
think she needs you now, Fred, at this point in her life. I think
okay,
Kathy
so
Griffin
I'll
needs
do
you.
a brief story. Actually, she abandoned me because of Ben Stiller. Seriously, you'll hear what happened.
What?
So what happened? I'll try to make a long story short. In 1992, I was at some party. When I was young, I'd go to more parties with comedy writers and comedians, and all the people were there. And I didn't know who she was, and I was drinking a beer. I don't drink beers. Ooh, yellow light. Proceed with caution. You're a drinker. Well, that's what she said. It sounds like Rain Man. Yellow light. Yellow light.
Yellow light, red light, green light.
Oh, sorry.
Cody, I hope Cody's okay. But so basically, I'd like to be bludgeoned, and she said drive me to my car. You know in those parties on Beechwood Canyon, you drive down a hill, and we started making out, and then all right, let's have a date. So then all right, Scarlett's on here. She doesn't like when I get obscene, but
Oh, come on. We need a little Fred being obscene.
okay.
Okay, here
so
I go.
Come on,
all right,
Scarlett.
Now, here we go.
so then I showed up for the date. It's almost like Jeff's impression. Do you want to go to a movie? Do you want to go to a restaurant? What do we do? And she goes, I'm wet. And I went, oh, that's good. Right away, I like to hear that. So I gave me the
She
confidence.
just said, I'm wet.
Yes, right when I picked up.
And you go, and yes, and Fred goes, yes, and right away, I'd like to hear that. Okay.
Yeah,
Like to
yeah, that
hear
gave me
that.
confidence. That gave me confidence to kiss
Fred was
her and
being-
do something.
He was being supportive about it.
Well, no, I like to be
You're like
bludgeoned, and I don't like
support.
it.
Oh, well, that's good.
I support
good.
wetness. Yes, I support when they make it easy. So we there in her place, and then she says to me, she goes, "Can I hit you in the face? I want to punch you because I just saw a TV movie about a woman who batters men." And I said, "No, I have TMJ. I got assaulted." And then she goes, "I hate men." And I go, "Why?" She goes,
Where's Cody for this one?
I hope Cody's okay. What the hell happened? I hope he's not mad. Cody.
I'm actually fine. I had to go to the bathroom. It's Cody.
His name is
When
Cody.
Cody's gonna see, Cody needs to see this.
Well, I don't know about next week, but probably soon.
That's his Cody impression. Let me see.
So
basically,
that's great. She says, "Can I punch you?"
Are you okay?
This is really an emotionally healthy
So
relationship.
she goes, "Why do you want to punch?" She goes, "I have hostility at men." I go, "Why?" She goes, "They rape." Cody, are you okay?
Cody and Jeff are gone.
She goes, "They rape. They go to strip clubs, and they see porn." And I made a joke. I said, "I only do 2 out of 3." And so then it was weird. So then the next day, a few days, was my birthday, and she comes. There's a bunch of people sitting there. Rena, who you remember, was at the table.
Yeah.
And
I know
Kathy
Rena.
goes, "What am I doing here?" Rena was saying, I hang out with cool people like Ben Stiller. What am I doing with these people?"
That's what Kathy Griffin said?
Yes, yeah.
Once again, you are being mocked by the Stiller family. It haunts you.
Yes.
You're just not cool enough for the Stiller family. And did you have a flashback to, you know, when you didn't wear the right shoes?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm trying to pay attention to Cody. I feel bad. Like
How old was she? She must have been
this
in
is
her.
92. This is I didn't even know she was going, I'm going to put you in my act. I go, what act? Who is this person? I had no idea who she was.
I
That
guess you're in her act somewhere.
I guess, but then I heard she slept with everyone. Andy Kindler. I can't even name all the people. Um,
The stand-up comedy world.
yeah. So it was. I put it in my book. You know,
I have to finish. I really love your book, and I didn't finish reading it. I really do love it. I'm reading Larry Charles's book, Comedy Samurai, and I can't put it down. It's so
Oh,
good.
oh, good. I am worried about Cody, but let's hope he's okay. I mean,
What happened to Jeff?
Oh, he stepped away for a minute.
Listen, Fred, it's late here, and
I'll
I
let
didn't
you
sleep that much
go.
last night. But
Well, thank you for joining us.
where's
And
this gonna go? Where can I
this
see
is
this?
just on YouTube. This is a stream where, again, usually it's just me and Cody. It's very concentrated. Ryan feels bad. We're ignoring Cody. And, you know, people chime in, they give suggestions. And
So, like, will this be out there for posterity on YouTube?
yeah,
Oh, cool. So
I'll send you the link.
the world will know our secrets now, and like about
Yeah,
what
that you
happened at
hounded
Ordinary
me,
People,
you
and
hounded
that I
me to
cried a
cry
lot.
during
Are you
ordinary.
telling me the whole world's gonna know that I cried? My point is, Fred, are they gonna know about my trauma?
Oh yeah, well I told Kevin Brennan the story about he knew the shrink, everyone, the comedy
But
shrink. Everyone went to.
wasn't like Dr. Katz based on that shrink?
No,
Okay, why do I want to say? Wasn't he the shrink to all the comedians though?
he's the shrink to everyone. Colin Quinn, Gary Goldman. It started with the late Richard Lewis, who told Larry David, who told John DeBellis.
And they're like, I
Glenn
got this really
First.
good shrink, and then everybody went to him. And that's
Yeah,
probably the
he's the comedian.
idea where Jonathan Katz got it from,
No,
probably.
Jonathan Katz lived next to a guy, Tom Snyder, not the Tom Snyder,
Right.
who was really a brilliant guy who did educational DVD, ROMs or whatever they were called. And he had the idea, he had the technology. They made a little pilot, and Comedy Central bought it. So has nothing to do with Dr.
I love Jonathan Katz. He's a great guy.
Yes.
His sister just died.
Oh, that's sweet that Kathy Griffin thought I was a doll. Oh yeah, Jonathan Katz. He lives. He used to live on the Upper East Side. I used to bump into him all the time, and he's struggling, I guess, with health stuff.
Yeah, MS.
And so is Don Herrera, sadly.
Don Herrera is too. Okay.
Oh my God! Yeah, we get older, and
No, I go to a health practitioner. I go to an alternative doctor, and I take about 60 supplements a day based on my blood work.
yeah,
I'm
no,
telling you, I had some funky stuff going on, like when I was selling my parents' apartment. I was exhausted, and I feel better now. I just, I do Bikram yoga, and I do weight training, and I mean, but I think about my health. I have to, my point is, like, it consumes a lot of my life because of that. You know what I mean?
Cody said he went back to stocking shelves because it's more fun. Poor Cody. But well, I was on Kevin Brennan's podcast, and I told him the story about you at
Yeah,
the
go on.
shrink, and he goes,
I just realized all I had to do is tap this thing, and I could see all the
comments.
Yeah. Anyway, go on.
And I told him the Amy Stiller shrink story, and he thought it was funny.
That is hysterical.
You thought I was treating you to a session. And
I think I needed that session badly. Oh my God! Someone said, "Fred, there's always Molly Ringwald."
Molly Ringwald, I'm
indirectly connected to her because I know someone who's close with her. Okay.
You know who I had a crush on, and no one will know this reference, and I ended up doing a voiceover job with her. Maureen Teefy.
Oh my God, from Fame. I think
Yes.
you told me this.
Now, did you know that your mom was in Fame?
Did I know my mom was in Fame?
Yeah, you knew. I'm
Of
just kidding.
course. What do you mean? Of course.
No,
This is
you
like one of
right.
the.
You start. No, she was
No, she
Fame.
was like, read. Yeah, she was fucking kick ass in Fame.
Fame, and you know who I hung out with a few times? He's a little crazy. Barry Miller from Fame. Do you remember
A
Barry Miller?
little crazy. I think he was a lot crazy.
Oh, so you know.
He did a TV show with my dad and Richard Castellano called Joe and Sons.
Uh huh.
I think he
Very
sabotaged
intense.
himself in his career. He was so incredibly talented.
He had such a career. Well, he was in that. He was in Saturday Night Fever. He was in not Robbie Wrist, Robbie Benson movie about Jews. Got what it was called. Um, uh, uh, what's his name? Knows everything, would know what it is. Orthodox Jews.
Boy, by the way, I just have to say, someone wrote Groundlings Online sounds depressing.
Yes,
It
yes,
does, doesn't it? I
yes.
know. I can't. I just want to say, I can't imagine what I don't know. I mean, I just auditioned because I just, I'm at this
Oh, he
place in
was
my
with.
life.
He worked
Anyway,
with.
me and Fred are talking about different things, but
He
I'm
worked
I'm
with.
finally reading all the.
He worked with Coppola, Barry Miller, in a movie. Peggy Sue Got Married. So he had some big things going
No, I
on.
think he
Barry Miller.
sabotaged himself. I get the feeling.
Yeah,
What
he was
someone
so
said
good
now, Fred,
at
please tell another Harley Grundlestein story. Grundlestein story.
that's an inside joke with the metaverse,
Oh,
but Barry Miller, Fame. Who else was in Fame? Oh, I became Facebook friends with this guy who was in. He played a musician with curly hair. Nice guy, really good guy.
Lee
But
Corelli.
yes, yes, he's a great guy. But Maureen Teefy, she was in Grease too. She was really cute. And who's another? Oh, I liked early Ali Sheedy. Loved her in War Games. That
I
love.
did a reading with her. I went to high school with her sister, Meg.
Her mom owns a literary agency. I found out. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's very like Tracy Pollan, Ali Sheedy, like the whole New York thing. Like, because
all right, Scarlett. Good night.
Tracy's mom was Corky Pollan, who had a column in New York Magazine, and then Tracy's sister Dana. I also went to high school with. I'm sorry, I'm getting all name droppy, but Dana Pollan had an aerobic studio called Pollan Austin, but it was like, and Jenny Gray, like all those, like Tracy Pollan, Jenny Gray, Ali Sheedy. It was all very New York private schoolish.
Yes. Well, I
It was.
remember when I went with you and Rena to Elaine's.
Oh my
They were
God.
very nice, and she was John Cryer's mother.
Oh yeah,
She,
Gretchen.
yes. So I
Yeah.
guess he comes from showbiz, John Cryer. He's
Yeah,
very
she wrote
nice.
that show. I'm getting my act together and taking it on the road.
I didn't know that.
That was her show that she wrote. I took a class with her. I tried to write a one-person show, but I just it
I
didn't work
guess
out.
I
But
like
anyway,
curly hair. There's that, what's that called? What's that? Sondheim has a thing where they had, what's her name? Barbara Barry in it. Oh my God. A thing where Sondheim is talking. But
oh
I
wait,
don't,
are you talking about like the documentary about Cody?
yes,
Where with
yes,
Elaine Stritch
probably.
like singing "Here's to the Lady Who's Lunch," and then
Yes.
you see what's his you see
It is, everyone's worried about Cody. Yeah.
no, and then you
Um,
see in the documentary
Barbara Barry and what's her name? Beth Holland, who I met from
oh
Alice.
yeah, but
He
then
was dating
you see
Charles
Sondheim
Chaplin.
going like, okay, Elaine, let's do it again. He's like
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette, and
Yes.
she's like drunk, or I don't know if she's drunk, but she's wearing that hat. Here's to the ladies who lunch, everybody laugh,
Yeah. Yeah.
lounging in their caftans and planning a
Well,
brunch on
I'm like
their
Amy.
behalf.
I grew up. I love New York in the '70s. I hope
I did
Cody's
too.
okay. And I love like if you go to Alice and Martina, we're so inside. I love Kojak. I love seeing Kojak at Manhattan with the before it was all built up. He's all right. Let's hope Cody's okay.
Well, maybe he.
What's it
Well, it
called?
doesn't look like he left, right? I mean,
No. I just
maybe he's sleeping.
Company, yes, Company. I like the thing about what's a song about being a bachelor's hard, being married's hard.
Somebody da 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 ba 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 ba.
Something
Somebody da da be da.
Where it's like it's good, it's there, but it's boring. I wish I wasn't married. Something.
Oh yeah. Da 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 da. I think Cody's coming back. There he is.
Hello,
Are
everybody.
you okay?
But I'm
Everyone
not
was
getting
worried.
married today.
Cody, are you okay?
I'm doing great. Yes.
You're not mad.
No, I'm not mad.
People were saying you were ignoring him. I'm sorry.
Oh yes,
Cody.
yes, Jeff Crone. If you're still there, Fire at Will is the short
No,
film.
Fred, I'm not.
Fire at Will is what?
The short film I did.
Okay, yeah. I worked with not Sam Cohn. What's his name?
Scott Cohen.
Scott Cohn. We did a bad TV movie with Cameron Manheim, and he's a sweet guy. But Cody, you got to get into Jerry Stiller stuff. He was a great dramatic actor besides Seinfeld. Yes. What was some of Jerry Stiller's great dramatic stuff?
Well, Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3, and I also think Seize the Day.
Yes.
Those lips, those eyes.
Oh, I saw that with you. All right, I'm gonna.
I think we saw it at the same. Honestly,
we saw it
at the same
Lincoln
theater.
Center.
We saw Ordinary People. We saw it like on 72nd Street.
No, Lincoln Center was something. We're not ignoring you, Cody. But you know who was cute and naked in it? Glynis O'Connor. Thomas Hulse was in it, not naked. Remember Glynis O'Connor?
Yes.
Yes, not to be pervy, but
oh my God! Can Amy confirm Fred has a huge hog?
Who asked that?
Mike E.
Some of them are from the Kevin.
Mike E. I don't know what character this is. Mike E. You nasty, nasty boy! You are asking the daughter of Stiller and Meara to discuss the physical member. I can't even say it. Of somebody she was with when she was 19 who spent time with Ben Stiller, Jerry Stiller, and Ann Meara, and you are asking me to humiliate him and humiliate myself, but more than that, humiliate my entire family. Well, Mike, I am not going to do it. That's all.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was. That was me just trying a little too hard to be.
Now on Seinfeld, Jerry Stiller and Michael Richards would pace back and forth doing their, and I'm like that too, doing their lines over and over.
Oh my God, my dad was crazy with the line. Right, they both did that. Yeah, you got to tell the stories out of school of Seinfeld.
Okay, this is a story I heard about King of Queens, where Arthur, as he was called and you were on a bunch of King of Queens, right, Amy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now I heard that what's her name was not a nice lady. Scientologist lady.
You know something? She really softened.
Of course, she was nice to you. You're Jerry Stiller's daughter, and she was nice to me.
No, she was nice to me because we connected. But the thing was, she didn't want to rehearse a lot, and then she quit Scientology, and she became a really great person. She really became a different person. But also, her and my dad did not really get along. But when the show was over, she wrote him a note and said, "I really learned a lot from you."
Oh, so what happened was.
And also, she wrote a beautiful article about my mom, saying like she said my mom was a real broad, and just really a beautiful tribute to Ann Meara. And then she came to visit. I think she came to visit at 118 Riverside Drive. I wasn't sure if it was after my dad died or if he had already died. But she was really, she actually ended up being
the Ritz. All right, I'm going to interrupt.
Okay.
The Ritz, I just was watching Cody. Okay, I got to read a Morena story, but It has a young Treat Williams, who I love. That's such a man crush on. I got to work with him.
I remember that.
A young F. Murray Abraham, and
He was
Jerry
so good in that.
and what's his name? Rita Moreno, who I worked on a show called Happily Divorced, and she took a liking to me. She got a kick out of me. She was showing me her dressing room with all her memorabilia. Forrest Tucker, he was a pig, you know. To meet Rita Moreno, what a classic. But the Ritz was so good with Jerry Stiller in that. So your dad played a lot of mob guys, but not.
But that was comical, you know.
Comical.
But he was so good in that part because he had a whole year on Broadway honing that character.
He was on the Ritz on Broadway?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Are you kidding? They did that show for a year.
Okay,
all of them. Rita, Jack, F. Murray Abraham, and my dad. And when you see those scenes with my dad and F. Murray Abraham in the movie, it is some of the most hysterical, comedic timing. They were absolutely, I've never laughed harder at two people together in a scene.
Could you name?
But they had the experience of having done it for a year.
Could you name how many Broadway plays your parents were on?
Well, my mom did Anna Christie with Natasha Richardson and Liam Neeson, and she was nominated for a Tony Award for Best Supporting.
Yeah.
And Natasha and Liam really adored her, and she was at Natasha and Liam's wedding. And I remember I was checking coats at Gabriel's restaurant back at that time. What happened? Is everything okay?
We don't want to get Cody mad again. He storms off if he doesn't.
But wait. So I was, by the way, I like your T-shirt, Fred. Okay, but I was checking coats at Gabriel's restaurant, and Natasha came in, and she was at the bar with she was at the bar having a cigarette, and she was having a cigarette and a drink and reading a novel. You know, it was so British. And then Dana Delaney came in, and they were talking, and I was checking coats there. She didn't know me from that, and I heard her talking about how and Meara is just incredible, and I just chimed in. I said, I just want to tell you, like, you know, she's my mother. But she really loved her. Anyway, you were asking the Broadway. My parents did a lot of plays, like back in the day. My mom was in this play Ulysses in Nighttown with Zero Mostel and Carol O'Connor. You know, at the Phoenix Theater, which is long gone. And then my dad was in What's Wrong with This Picture? He was in, the Ritz, Hurly Burly. He did Two Men on a Horse, Three Men on a Horse at, you know, Tony Randall's theater, directed by John Tillinger. It was him and Jack Klugman and someone else.
This is like pedigree stuff. Your dad should be watching, Cody, because he would know all these people. It's just.
I'm just trying to think what other.
Who was that Hurly Burly in Broadway? Oh, Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, I mean, hold on. Which one was it? Amy's right. Jeff is like Skip E. Lowe.
Sigourney Weaver was on Hurly Burly in a play, right?
Yes. Wait, Freddie, was Amy very forward back in the day? That's really funny. Was she very forward?
You were very depressed until you kind of, all of a sudden, you were like, I got balls now. I'm not shy anymore. Fuck everybody. I'm taking over the world. Sorry, Cody, I cursed.
When did that happen?
I kind of lost touch with you, and then all of a sudden you became like, I'm not shy anymore. I'm a performer.
Oh yeah, I gave you a little talking to.
Screaming. Yes.
When I was at Emerson and I did Runaways, the musical, the all-white production, except for two like
Runaways. I remember that, but I
took myself very seriously back then.
Her parents are Broadway pedigree people. Big. I bet one of them worked with what's his name? Mike Nichols. Did your parents ever work with Mike Nichols?
Hurly Burly.
Oh, that's right.
Was directed by Mike Nichols.
That must have been amazing. The Zoloft years. How do you know, Ryan? How do you know Amy did Zoloft? How did you know that?
I did Zoloft. I did Zoloft. I did lots of things I didn't tell you about. I did Zoloft.
So this
I
sounds like
did.
a bit. So last night I moved. So there's a CVS pharmacy. I don't know if this is a funny bit, but where I was low on my antidepressants, but my anxiety medicine, but not low, but not low enough where because of my anxiety I could wait on the long line. Do you see the irony in that? I needed more
I
anxiety,
get it.
but I had
I
too
get it.
anxiety, and this is another.
Okay, I just want to read something that someone said that I agree with Jeff Crone. Fred, I think you can dabble in stand up. Who cares about the rules?
That's a good point. But to be good, if in LA, that's a good point, Jeff. If you go to the open mic things, you can dabble. But if I'm opening for Felipe Esparza, I'm on the road with Norm.
Why don't you call Vance Sanders and get on, do Bark?
What is Bark?
Vance Sanders would put you on in a heartbeat.
Again, I don't like the joke. You know, I
You don't
like
have-
telling a story this way.
Yeah, you do your thing.
Fred, you do you.
Fred, you do you. You do
And it's
you.
so wonderful that you can do what you do. It's not that much.
Is that Cody doing an impression?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see you, Cody. Yeah, Cody's learning. Cody does great. A lot of illustrators and animators really can do good voices because they watch so much and they take in voices.
Someone said, I'm starting to feel like I need a psychiatrist's degree to listen to this.
Yeah, it's a lot of trauma going on.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff. But now, what's this picture of the phone? Okay, yeah, that's a good one. So my mother, as you remember, Amy, it was weird. So I used to like call and want the answering machine just to show I made an effort and could hold off another day or two. But so you're playing around with the pictures, but yeah, Jerry Stiller, Hurly Burly, he was in the movie. Was he in the movie version?
Nah.
Who was
It
in that?
was, what's his name? Like, who was in Dope Sick, who played his role, but it just wasn't the same.
No, it
I
wasn't.
forget what's his. I'm blanking on his
Now
name.
I saw you Passione. Who was in Passione?
Oh yeah, that's another play he did.
That's the play where I wore your brother's shoes.
Remember that sausage and peppers? Do you remember that scene?
I don't remember anything
Remember
about
that really heavy woman?
I don't remember.
She had a
anything
really
about
good
Passione.
monologue. Oh wait, someone said, this is very sweet. Someone said, oh, fuck you, Ryan Sherman. Her acting credits are strangely mostly Ben Stiller movies.
Oh, there's
No, they're
always a
not.
troll.
No,
There's
they're
always a troll.
not. Go check out my shit. Just check out my 10-minute film that I did. I have like so many things
No, don't
that I've
get
done. I've
upset
done
about
Marvelous
the
Mrs.
trolls.
Maisel, HBO's Love Life, HBO's Divorce, Bored to Death, lots of little things. Lots of there's just so fuck you.
There's always trolls. Don't engage.
Oh,
you
it
know?
doesn't even matter.
You
No,
know,
but
Gary
you know, like
Shandling wasn't in Hurly Burly, was he? Gary Shandling.
you know why some of my acting credits were Ben Stiller movies, because I couldn't fucking get arrested back in
What?
the day.
No shame. Look
No,
at
but I was like
everyone.
I was such a wreck back in the 80s and 90s. I just there weren't parts for women. I was going through stuff emotionally, and so like I had these little parts, and like
Look,
now I'm
for a
doing
while, Cody only did AJ Shank productions. So don't, you know. Yeah,
no, but that's not true.
Cody only did stuff with AJ Shank for a while.
That's right.
That's his brother. I'm just kidding.
Well, kind of.
Yeah. It's
sort of. We had
his brother, you know. It's you won. That's so funny. Clint Howard said the same thing. Well, I'm friends with Bobby Carradine, who, you know,
was he in Revenge of the Nerds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, who the whole Carradine family, you know. So no, it's look at, you know, has no shame is Jim Hanks. Any Buzz Lightyear or whatever character he did, they give the Jim Hanks, Tom Hanks's brother. I sound like him. I'll be Woody. You know, he doesn't care. You know, it's all.
Brett, I hate to. I think I need to go to bed. It's
I'll
really
let you
late
go.
here, and only because I woke up really.
Well, thank you.
Wait, hold on.
Did Amy enjoy her time acting with Jay Moe? Who's Jay Moe?
Jane who?
Jay Moe? Is this a
M-O?
joke?
What? I don't know.
But what's her
J
name?
Mo. I don't know what they're talking about.
Maybe it's an MLC joke.
What's MLC?
I saw Amy with Jay Moe. I don't know who's Jay Moe is. I don't know.
Jane. I don't. How's
Jay
it spelled?
Moore? Some of these people you take seriously, but some don't. Well, Amy, you're very excellent in this short film.
No, I am. No, but I had a lot to work through back then. I don't think I was showing up to auditions well. I was like a chicken with my head cut off. Ben was getting famous, and I was crying a lot.
I still cry a lot at resentment, Ben. I tell him I root against the Knicks. I still have resentment. So, Amy, you're awesome. Thanks for sharing your stories.
Are you not into the? You're not a Knicks fan?
Well, I see him in the front, and I have resentment with Ben, so I root against the Knicks. I root against
maybe you need to
people.
come. Maybe you need Ben to invite you. But maybe you need Ben. I'm so tired. I'm like, maybe you need Ben to invite you to the Knicks game.
Yeah, I just, whatever. I was dating someone who was really into Severance, so I had to watch it. But usually I boycott Ben Stiller productions. So I'm doing my best.
Have you seen Severance? Isn't it crazy, amazing?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. John Turturro, who's my impression of Severance. Yes, he talks very precise. And no, Christopher Walken, no.
I think leave those impressions to Jeff, maybe, and do what you do best, Fred. Just
people are thanking you. They like the stuff. Great talk about theater. I love all these New York theater things.
Can we get a Jeff update to the bus stop? Yeah, what was he on a bus?
Yeah.
Jeff is
he's on a bus.
I actually took the bus a little this last time in LA because it worked out. It was like I didn't take it for like long periods of time, but
there was another time Jeff sat for an hour in a Costco on a Costco on a chair.
Yeah.
Kevin, I don't think Amy heard about Kevin
in a chair at Costco.
But I heard that Dave Juskow was on stage and you were cursing him out from the audience.
Who was?
You were cursing out Dave Juskow because he slept with someone.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I've heard stories about you that you were screaming with Nancy Shane in the street. You were fighting in a cab. But I don't know if that's true. I can't picture you fighting with anyone, Amy.
What? Are you fucking kidding? Okay.
Yeah. You were fighting with Nancy Shane once, screaming in the street.
I've had arguments with Nancy Shane.
She's
like a sister to me.
Right. It's
no, I think. No.
Well, Amy, so we won't tell you where you are.
Yeah, Ryan, go look up my IMDb. I've done a lot more than things with my brother.
He's just a troll. You were in an off-Broadway play with Parker Posey.
Yeah, and I got a really great. But this is stuff that's only been recently happening. You know what I mean? This is taking.
Well, I'm hitting my stride with Cody.
But it's also like there's things that you do that aren't public. Like I did little independent films and little you know what I mean, like web shows and
look,
stuff.
There's nothing shame with being
or plays that like I did I did Women Behind Bars at the 13th Street Theater. That
Oh,
was like
Dave
an
Franco
off
was in
Broadway.
James Franco Productions. There's no shame. All of them work with their brother and stuff.
You
Dave
know, I don't really
Franco and
give a shit at this fucking age.
Yeah.
Like, I like go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Like, who
No,
cares?
all right. Let's not
I don't
leave
mean go
Amy.
fuck. I don't want to get ugly.
All right.
Okay.
Amy was in an episode of Law and Order I really liked, where you were a
Oh,
lesbian.
who wasn't in an episode of Law and
Me, I
Order?
never was.
So many people were. I did this episode, and Ice-T was like, kind of like, we're losing the light at an alarming rate. And I was kind of like nervous because
Oh,
it was
that
like, right.
Cody, tell me about it. He gets mad. We lose
And I was
lights.
like, but I was, it's interesting because like I mean, my parents had just died. I forget, my mom had died. I was like during the pandemic, and I was like, oh my God, I got this part, I'm acting. And then I looked so haggard in my self-tape. And then when I got set, they put makeup on me. I just play this nun, and the director like took all my makeup off to make me look like shit. I felt like I was nervous in that scene, though.
No, the one with the Belzer.
No, I had a more recent one.
Wow, I gotta see that.
But I think I was weirdly nervous because it was like the pandemic was happening, and I
Oh,
just,
it's crazy.
I don't know.
Thanks for that.
Sometimes that happens, and you just have to
Go with it.
be there for yourself.
This is the
You can't,
time.
let me tell you something, like you can't have anything but supportive people around you. That's it. in this
Cody,
world.
like you, has problems with his brother. I'm just kidding. It's like to say ridiculous things about Cody because he's the greatest guy, and I go, he punched someone. He threw something down. Amy did an episode of Monsters in the early '90s. I remember
Oh God,
that.
I'm trying to get it off my IMDb page.
Why?
The fucking video of my parents, because you want to talk how like, oh, Amy, like, just being in her family's thing, like I think they did this shitty show just to help get a part. You know what I mean? And I just want it off my IMDb page, and I'm trying to get my manager to help me remove it, because what I have up there now on my IMDb page is that old reel that I posted on my Instagram just recently. I don't know if you just saw it, and the trailer for Fire at Will, and then I'll put my new reel. But I need to combine the old reel with the new reel because I did a really good
Not terrible. Tony loved that show. I like Monsters. His trivia, it was directed by Alex something, who directed me in the Carrot Top movie.
Do you know what? So people think I do Carrot Top, and they go like, I went to this women's retreat, and two women separately, I said I did comedy, and they looked at me and they went, so do you do Carrot Top impressions? And then it stopped being spiritual. Anyway.
Well, all right, we'll let you go. We're not going to get political, but I'm going to say one last thing about Amy. Someone's asking about Gaza. I have to say, Amy was one of the early people when they first went into Iraq to go, what the hell's going on? When it wasn't politically correct to say that. So I give you credit.
I did. No, I'm disgusted with Netanyahu and what's happening. I believe in the state of Israel, but I think, I don't know, here's the thing, like, I don't know what the hell is going on, because obviously, like, Hamas is going against its own people and blocking food to their own people. And, Israel has decimated Gaza. It's horrible.
Absolutely.
I want a ceasefire. But I mean, a lot of Jews are like, no ceasefire till the hostages come home. And I just think enough is enough. That's how I feel. But I do believe in the state of Israel. So, that's what I have to say. I don't know. I mean, it's like half the shit I don't even know what to believe. Do you know what I mean with Israel? Like,
Yeah.
People are saying the IDF is helping them get food. But then you look at well, if they're helping them get food, what about all the damage that's been done? Oh, this is something I wanted to tell a story. Speaking, Frank,
Sure.
listen to me. This is a story, actually. This is very interesting. So so what do you think of everything with all the politics, Fred? I mean, do you agree with me?
Well, me and
I mean,
Amy me and Amy
I
disagree because on politics, because she likes what Trump is doing. I
no,
just
that's bull. Stop it. That's a
she
joke. Make
likes
sure
Trump.
people know that's a joke.
Yeah. She
I want
likes.
that John Cassavetes shirt too. But here's something interesting that happened. So I was getting my stuff out of oh, you there, Fred?
Yeah, I just
Um,
got Postmates. So.
no, I was getting my stuff out of Manhattan Mini Storage to move it to a different storage facility,
Yeah.
and because Manhattan Mini Storage sucks, right? So it was like the end of the day, and I was trying to the IDF is not helping them get food. Well, if that's true, then that's not good. So I'm with you, Frank. Frank, I just don't know what's true or what's not. And I believe in the state of Israel. I think Netanyahu is doing this to stay in power. I think it's gone too far. I don't know. I guess it is a genocide. I mean, I don't know what the words are so powerful, but it's definitely not not a good thing. I mean, you look at the pictures and they've destroyed it and it's horrifying. So Frank, this leads to what I'm about to say is, so I'm getting my shit out of Manhattan Mini Storage, and like this girl is like getting her stuff out, and we're like, it's like 2 minutes to closing, and so um like I go, do you want to lift uptown? And we're just talking about how it sucks there and everything. And I'm calling an Uber. Where are you going? I said, I'm going to the Upper West Side, and she's going to Harlem. I go, well, I'll drop you off, where I'm getting off. And she said how like Manhattan Mini Storage like auctioned off her storage unit. And I'm like, what? And she goes, and she lost thousands of dollars. I go, they can't do that. And we're just like, and I'm like, you got to call the Better Business Bureau. You can't have them take your shit, etc. And she's just very sweet. And she goes, I know, I think it's more like an emotional thing. And she was sort of light brown skinned, and I was just like, what's, what? And anyway, as we talking, I see she has a kafifa in her bag, and she's Palestinian. And I just sort of, it was really moving because here I am trying to like protect this young girl, older woman, talking to her. And then she's Palestinian. And she's really, really sweet. And she's like goes to Columbia. And then I said, oh my God, I just blurted out, I said, oh my God. Oh, she goes, yes, I'm Palestinian. I said, oh, is this a kafifa? Okay. I said, I'm Jewish. I love you. I hate what's happening in Gaza. And like, it was just kind of cool because I was, trying to, protect her and help her. And we just got along. She's a lovely person. And I just thought like, we're just two human beings. And, so there's, yeah, I mean, I was at a Christmas dinner a few years ago, and someone was like part Palestinian and nobody knew it. And she was talking about how people were drinking their own urine or something. So I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough to say anything. All I can say is that I I think it's terrible what's happening with the anti-Semitism, or people are like hating Jews for this. Like hate Netanyahu, don't hate the Jews. You know what I mean?
I agree. No,
And
Amy?
yeah, so that's it.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know enough to say anything, Frank. I don't know.
You've been doing great work, Amy. I love that short film. Yeah, I've seen some other short films, and this woman, I don't know who she is. Knows what she's doing. She's.
I know. I was amazed at how she knows she was, because I did another film.
Yeah, some short films could be bad.
I did another film like after that was like a longer length film, and it was just so, it wasn't like that.
No.
Anyway, okay. You
I
know,
will let you go. Thank you for.
okay.
I love your stories.
All right.
You people out there, watch an old movie called The Ritz, based on a play. It's just.
Oh my God.
Fun.
It's F. Murray Abraham and Jerry Stiller. It's the funniest thing you'll ever see.
All right, we'll
Check
talk.
it out.
I can't believe it's okay. It's like 3 a.m. for me because I woke up. I didn't sleep that much last night, but yeah. And Ryan,
Wait
check
a
out my
minute, how do you
IMDb page.
Ryan, how do you know Amy Stiller's Breast is a great film?
Oh, it's not a great film. I just was.
Ryan,
I look back at where I was at that time, and I was like so much not knowing myself and in pain, and it's so weird. And then I got that off-Broadway play with Parker Posey out of the blue, and I'm like, I just did really, thank you, Ryan, but I don't even remember it. Like, I think I, and I just, like, I did really good work in that play, and like, in a weird way, I'm beginning my career now. You know what I mean, Fred? Like, there was just too much. That's what, when you said I was crying all the time, I really was. It was like, it was not a good time for women either. The 80s and the 90s.
the 30s in Chicago.
What?
I'm just kidding. No, that's what Jeff always does. As
what was my reaction the first time I watched something about Mary? It was funny. I mean, it was funny. My reaction. Let her go to bed, Fred. Ryan has suddenly gotten very compassionate.
Fred, questions that how Cody was ignored for a while. Yeah.
What? I am gonna go to bed. Okay, love you all.
I will let you go.
Hey,
Looks like a great place to have a nice high ceiling. I like it.
Isn't it weird being this age though now, Fred? I mean, I'm 3 years younger than you, but things do change, right?
It's surreal.
Right.
It's crazy.
But it's kind of all the bullshit falls away too, right?
Well, what I like about being older is I used to be more in the game with auditions and jobs and meeting women. But when I was more in the game, I had more anxiety and depression. Why aren't they up for that? Should I try to talk to her? Now it's like when I returned to stand-up for a while, there wasn't a thought I'm going to meet a woman after the show because I'm 40 years older than everyone. So the pressure's off. It's just like whatever comes your way now, rather than when you're younger. Like that expression, youth is wasted on the young. Like you said, when we were 20s, when I was in my 20s, the worst depression I had.
But it was worse for women. And women like me didn't have a place because there wasn't so much content and opportunity,
Yeah.
You just put your picture and resume, your black and white picture and resume. It was just like, blah, blah, blah. You should have put a ring on it, Freddie.
Oh, yeah. Well, I will let you go to bed, and this was great catching up.
This was like so great.
Yeah, it's great.
I feel like this was cathartic.
It really is. And, you just, I love that time in New York, but I was very depressed.
And we need to get together. We need to like hang out. So the next time I'm in LA for a longer time.
Yeah, you know who we had on this? We had, you met through me. What's her name? Stephanie. From the Broadway.
I love Stephanie.
You met her through me.
Did you interview her on this?
Okay, this is what happened. We had her on. She didn't know her face was on, and she wasn't ready, so we had to take it down because she wasn't prepared. She's into fashion. But
I put on some makeup for this because I did have to put on some makeup.
She wasn't ready. You knew you'd be on.
Stephanie great. Stephanie was the costumer at Seinfeld, and she has an Instagram page called Seinfeld.
People say come back anytime, Amy. They love you. How about this, Amy? How about, can we do this again? And I really wrote stories about us. and I can read them and hear you laugh, if you like it or don't, about when we met with Gilbert and all the stuff. So I have some stories.
Oh, do you know I saw Vicky? She lives in Berkeley now. I'm going to send you a picture of the view of her where she's living. She's living in Walnut Creek, California.
Wow.
Only 5 years ago, they moved from Montclair, and she's a shrink, and she sees her clients from there.
In the
And
window?
yeah, no, from from
the
her
view?
Zoom. I mean Zoom, but it's like, it's really, oh my God, like the quality of life in California is so much better. But we need to catch up because I'll tell you about some
All right, well, tell
other-
things that we can't tell them. I mean, take a banana for the road. Are you going to see Jeff Richards on Broadway? I mean, Jeff,
you mean Jeff?
Ross?
I have to after that. I wasn't necessarily going to, but now after Jeff Richards' imitation, I think I will. But I really do think that is something I'll see.
All right, well.
And
was
did you
great.
see Sarah Silverman's special postmortem?
No.
I liked it. It was about her father's death. And Jeff is in it, Jeff Ross is in it a little at the end, but
It's so
I feel like I feel like weird, like my life is flashing before my eyes. Like I don't. I'm acting like no one's seeing this, but no, I really feel like there's something going on in my life where I think when your parents die, there's been so much hubbub and and selling the apartment and this and that and da 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 da. And then doing the play off Broadway, which was like a big deal, but a lot of stress. And then I feel like I'm coming back to who I was 30 years ago, where I was supposed to be and what I was supposed to. I know you're not supposed to say that, but I really do feel like I'm like now, like I'm very emotional. Like I'm in touch in a way it's just, this is so full circle is what I'm trying to say.
Well, it was great talking to you, and people loved it. They really commented, except for that one troll.
Oh, it's okay. I think he was okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
They're used to these shows where you get a rise and you fight. Oh, heavens. Reynolds.
Anyway, it's been, I need to talk to you about some crazy stuff I've been through.
All right, let's talk soon.
Okay.
And you have a great night.
Bye. And bye, Cody. Okay.
Yeah, it's great hearing all the stories and meeting you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
You got to watch Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3. Did you ever hear of that movie, Cody?
No, what is that's you're
Did a
saying?
remake of it about 10 years ago that wasn't as good without Denzel Washington. It was a very New York 60s movie where just this gritty Walter Matthau was in it, of course. Jerry Stiller.
Wow.
So many people.
I'll have to check that out.
I don't know where it could be found, but
What was it called again?
The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, not the one with Denzel Washington.
Okay. Now, is it a comedy? Is it?
No. Drama.
Interesting.
You have to ask if I faced anti-Semitism in my life. Let me think about that. I didn't know Jews were a minority growing up because I lived in a predominantly Jewish neighborhood and I wasn't too educated. The only being in showbiz, doing voiceovers, like your Jewish accent. You went to the movies, Charles. We had Amy Stiller on for a real long time. Some people put down, but then they came around. So
I see Mumbles.
Not a Broadway talk. Charles would like it. I didn't. Stiller and Meara were in so many Broadway plays, and it was interesting. And 1979 was the original, Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3. Jerry Stiller was a great dramatic actor. And I dated her in 1980, about a year or so. And she did have problems, she admits it. And she kind of displayed her problems onto me. One of the best movies ever. Yeah, Cody. I don't know if Cody would love it, because Charles and I probably love it because we grew up in New York and know that world. But
Let me look it up.
Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3. But Jerry Stiller, yeah, people see him just as a yelling Frank Costanza guy, but he was, like I said, on Broadway, and
A lot of cast in that one.
what's that?
A lot of great cast people.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that available stream or anything?
Yes, it's free on Tubi.
I would say watch it.
That might be something to watch.
Yeah, it just it's a different flavor of New York kind of actors in it, and
Yeah.
was it Sidney Lumet who directed it?
Oh, let me take a look at that. Director. The director, you mean?
Yeah,
Directed by Joseph Sargent.
don't know that name, but
he did.
do you know Walter Matthau, Cody?
Oh yeah, Walter Matthau.
Yeah, he's in
Is
it.
that how he talks? I can't remember. He's like kind of down here.
Mhm.
He almost sounds like almost like a Nixon-y kind of.
I love Jeff's impression of the record store guy. It's great because now from now on Jeff is gonna do the record store guy over and over.
I was at a record store. I run a record store. I'm Walter Matthau, record store guy. Come on, Freddie.
I just love that he is like Ratso Rizzo. He's sitting in the back of a bus. Have you seen Midnight Cowboy, Cody?
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Jeff looked like Ratso in the last scene of Midnight Cowboy, sitting in the back of a bus.
Yeah, I wonder if he threw away his cowboy shirt and everything at the end, at the ride, at the banana ride. Did he throw out his cowboy boots?
I know.
We don't know. We need to ask.
That would be an amazing movie. Like what happened to Joe Buck?
Yeah, because like, what did he do? He's like, okay. He's like, what did he do?
I know. Does he start a new life in Florida?
Because he doesn't. He's not in the cowboy world. He's not trying to be like this. He got rid of his shoes.
Or he threw them out? His boots?
I think so. It means that he's not a cowboy anymore. What's it mean?
Yeah.
Maybe he became a surfer.
Yeah.
He ended up into surf culture.
That was a great movie.
That was a good one.
Yeah, Broadway. Yeah, Charles and I, we used to work at the Improvisation Comedy Club. It was on 44th and 9th. So I guess we'd always, or I would take the train and you pass all the Broadway shows.
Yeah.
Some I remember from the 80s, there was one called I Love My Wife, I think. I think it had Robert Klein for a while. Wait, there was one with Wayne Knight in it. I forgot what it was called. Gemini. Danny, yeah, I remember the plays of the time. Danny Aiello was in a play called Knockout. Seeing all the plays, I remember. Those were the days of the Broadway. You come to the Improv and pass the theaters. Yeah, Mike Sergio was in a play. I think I Love My Wife, or I forgot what it was called. The Smothers Brothers may have been in it. But interesting times. Yeah, Amy. Amy's a character, as you could tell. Isn't she?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, like Norma Desmond, in a way. Did you ever see? Well, not quite like Norma Desmond, but very dramatic.
Now, what is that? Is that a
Boulevard? Have you not seen Sunset Boulevard?
Oh yeah.
She's not quite like that, but very dramatic. I will show them. Look at
Yeah,
me. I will become Joe Buck.
Yeah.
My God. So I'm sorry. I guess we got involved with a lot with the record store and Jeff, and I love my life was with Lenny Baker. Didn't Robert Klein take over for that for a while? And what was the one Robert Klein was in? But when you think of the '80s and the around the Improv, you pass different Broadway shows. Robert Klein, they're playing our song. That's what it was. That's what I think the Smothers Brothers was in. They're playing our song, and I Love My Wife, with two ones of that era. Yeah, you'd walk the Improv and pass all the Broadway shows.
Is that a comedy? Like I Love My Wife?
Probably. I never saw it.
It sounds kind of funny. Like it's like Take My Wife, please.
I Love My Wife. Yeah.
Take My Wife.
I mean, then the last Broadway show I saw was they did a few different versions of Neil Simon, Brighton Beach Memoirs. There was one, I saw it with this guy named Jonathan Silverman was in it. There was Brighton Beach Memoirs, and there were two others. Like, I guess Neil Simon was in the Army, and there was, it was a musical. Brighton Beach Memoirs, Biaxi Blues, about it, and I remember
Neil Simon.
Neil Simon might have been in World War II because he did Brighton Beach Memoirs, Biaxi Blues, and there was a third, a trilogy. I forgot, but that was the last I saw. When I was 18, I saw a Chorus Line, but I haven't kept up on any Broadway stuff, well, except for Take a Banana for the Road.
Take a Banana. Have you heard of Frank Losser? Or something, I don't know how you say his name.
Frank Losser?
Or Lesser?
Yeah, Weekends at Bernie's, yes.
Let's see. Frank Loesser?
Sounds familiar.
Frank Losser? He did things like Guys and Dolls, How to Succeed Without Really Trying, which that movie, I like the music and it's funny.
Have you seen The Music Man?
Oh, yeah.
I love the beginning. He's a conman. He's a this. He's a this. He's a this. They're on a train, you know.
That's funny. Yeah, I haven't seen that for so long. I've seen the one they did also remade it with Matthew Broderick.
The Music Man?
Yeah.
I moved to LA. I never saw any Matthew Broderick. Nathan Lane plays.
Oh yeah. It's funny they were a team. It's like there was kind of a big thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Matthew Broderick. Now it's been a long time. I saw my friend Bill Rakowski and George Kappa worked selling tickets for a theater around here.
That's
so they'd get me to see Miss Saigon. They'd get free tickets to various things.
Nice.
Wow. So you've been doing so long tonight, Cody. Do you want to do a quick summary? Most happy fella. He said Frank Looser.
A looser. Is that how I didn't know.
Most happy fella.
Yeah, I like Frank. I like the songs from How to Succeed Without Really Trying. And then, yeah, pretty much like I got really into that musical.
Answering your question, Frank, I tried watching The Comeback. it's uncomfortable for me because I used to be the guest star guy and run throughs, and so I don't want to kind of watch the uncomfortableness of that life. I don't want to kind of relive it. Alex Winter, that's right, is doing Waiting for Godot right now. All right, let's do a quick summary of what you've done, because I haven't paid attention to Cody, and he stormed off for a while. He didn't like that Amy was giving me attention, so we gotta be more careful.
No.
I saw the producers out here with Martin Short and Jason Alexander. They were good.
Oh, they did it?
They did the musical.
Martin Short, huh? And Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander.
What a combo.
Yeah.
That must have been something.
I saw, I as my mother said, I could have lived without it.
The
I could live
producers.
without it. Miss Saigon, and I also saw Rent. That did nothing for me. Rent impressed me. There was a play, Rent.
Oh, it's called Rent?
Yeah.
Was it about paying rent?
Artist, I think. Yeah, just.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, I don't know what it's about, but it's a one-word title.
So all right, there are some things that are the funniest things. I never got into The Simpsons. I can't explain why. I think it's more like the snarky kind of writer, kind of like, hey, a reference, hey. I don't know.
That's funny, yeah.
It's funny, but I like things that kind of have a human aspect to it.
Right.
I'm not in love with even Family Guy. I get what's funny about it. I kind of.
Family Guy is, yeah, more kind of like gaggy, where it's like one thing after another, one thing after another, one thing.
Yeah.
There's really no like. It's not Charlie Brown, basically.
Yeah. Oh, I loved It's a Good Man, Charlie Brown. I know all the songs. What an underrated musical.
Oh, right. There was a musical to that. Huh?
Oh, yeah. I wonder if it's streaming. They Like Me. I think they're swell. Isn't it remarkable how things get along? I feel like every now and then I got to bite someone. That Snoopy song. You know something, Schroeder? I like the way you play the piano. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that are very rare indeed. Only Charles would know You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Or maybe Jeff Krohn would remember that musical.
My dad likes that. He likes that one.
So you did some good, you did, I think, a little bit more than just rough sketching. You did that first one was pretty sketched out.
Yeah, I wanted to get that one finished because I felt that was a good one. This one is him. He's like, the hammer hitting the
lockers,
with
fake lockers.
Yeah, the wallets are flying.
Yeah,
out.
and the wallets are flying out.
He's like money, wallets, and then something like that. This is the phone, like a lottery ticket idea.
Wow, I love it.
And then
Woods here talking about the lighting. Hey, Wood, you never did that little thing I'd like to put on YouTube. I think, Wood, I got to get a much more comfortable office chair because, I was sitting on here, but now I'm eating. So
here's you guys. This is I drew Tom in a different way. I'm trying to get it down quick. I know it's not a complete representation of the person.
Now, what's going on? What's the situation here?
This is Tom with Andy Paley, and your guys are meeting each other. It's like, your stuff is great. He just kind of mentioned that he was friends with Andy.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I thought it'd be funny to show Tom looks like SpongeBob, where he's wearing the pants.
Right.
In fact, we might need to look at the first one. You could do that too, but we just basically create a character that's like.
Oh, meeting him through Tom.
Yeah. I don't know. We could always change it. He's like, all your stuff is great. You're the biggest fan, that kind of thing.
So I know this story is longer than the others we've done, but what we can do, if I'm getting antsy after a while, to put it on something else up, we could always just put up the one already, Strolling with Stoller, with the, it's already done.
Right.
Nice to see you. Or we could put up the Midnight Cowboy one, which,
Exactly.
So, I love it. And I've been thinking of Andy a lot. So this is really good stuff. So, and we got some good watch hours. And I didn't go to YouTube. I don't know how many people stuck with it. But I think they liked Amy, and I love Jeff's new character. And I liked him talk. I liked the way Amy kept saying it was the 80s and women, and it's very, oh, that's a great picture. Oh my God. I love it so much. Hiding the kid's face. You know something? I'm going to talk to whoever's listening. I don't know why. All right, you do A Flock of Seagulls. Would. Oh, they're having an 80s revival at the Greek. Cody's Hammer is giving me the Art Crom Tommy the Toilet vibes. I don't know who Tommy the Toilet is. I love it. Cody, if this was my life, all the time doing this, if I had enough money to pay it full time, but thank you. I don't know if we want to embarrass Jeff, but thank you. Thank you,
yes.
Cody, for your generosity.
Yes, thank you so much.
And man, some people have commented, Cody, oh, I wish you had a super chat. I want to do this. Once we get super chat, people, I guess they get to get ahead of everyone if they put money in or something. So we're getting pretty good with the watch hours. We're getting close.
Right.
I know, 80s. So this will be a funny conversation. Amy talking to Daryl. It was the 30s in Chicago. It was the 80s and being a woman in New York. Well, the 30s.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you could do like a comic of that, like.
So Cody, next Saturday.
Yeah.
Lori Lewis, who I've met through social media, she hired you to do that picture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a train. I think it's San Juan Capistrano or something, where she's gonna rent a boat and we're gonna do whale watching.
Wow, that's cool.
I texted you. I had where we this isn't too good a one. We could do corny ones sometimes. Like I was saying, you could also do one framer. What's it called? One Stoller. What are they called? Panels. One panel ones we have. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But one of them is like, so Fred, you're ready to do whale watching. Oh, I'm going to be the best whale watcher ever. Then the next frame is, hey, whale, watch out. You're going to hit that rock. Hey, whale, watch out. That guy's trying to eat your algae. I'm a good whale watcher.
That's funny.
Something corny like that we could do.
Yeah, we should do that one. That's kind of hilarious.
Fred, you get those watch hours in, or you won't be able to say I've got 3,000 watch hours. All right. Well, we this was again, Cody. I love this. So I'm so excited. What you've been doing with the Andy Paley and that first Tom Kenny one is great.
Right.
And I enjoy that guy was a character, Paul, huh?
Yes.
It was cool. I said, can you mute yourself? Because he was not doing it right. But Jeff really picks up little things, but just beats it over and over. I got record sleeves. It's just such a weird character because it's based on someone weird, but going Jeff's funnel of, and we're going to do this. He's so passionate about the records. Oh, it's so good.
Right, yeah.
It's a
It's
good one.
hilarious.
Man.
a Manslaughter version of the other guy, Paul. He's. I got a lot of records, Fred. A lot of things to look at. Like not just comedy. It's just like we got everything from like Gino Vanelli. Get some Italian on.
Oh, that was good. Wow. Well, it was a lot of fun. I'm sorry you got mad for a while.
Oh, that's all right. I got over it.
All right. It's long as you're not holding a grudge.
No, I hold it, and then I just can't hold it any longer. It's too heavy.
They get worried. People going, "Is he okay?" And
wow. Well, at least I guess they care. That's a good thing.
They care. We all care. Chloe cares. Did you like my lockbox thing where
I loved it? Yeah.
The treats are in the lockbox.
Yeah, I like that.
And
that's funny. It's like they're just standing there.
Yeah. Oh no, that's what they wait for food. This is the treat table.
Ooh.
Well, this was great. I'm glad you're not too mad anymore.
Yeah.
And she's a good. Maybe one day I'll read a story I wrote about her.
That'd be fun. Yeah, we can get her on again with the.
Yeah.
If we do one of those.
I got a story that maybe could be for this, but I know I'm repetitious. It's annoying, but I love how she doesn't mind if I write about her. But did you like the crying one, the pressure to cry, like performance anxiety?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I think it's funny because
I can't, and I find out she cries all the time. She's crazy. Wait a minute. Your pressure, yeah, all right. Well,
yeah, that's kind of interesting. It's like it's funny, yeah. It's like it kind of relates to like real life. Like, I didn't cry. Wait a minute.
They're all good. Well, thank you for even hanging out with me at that pinball place.
Oh yeah, I saw it, and I was like, "Whoa, live!"
It's so weird. There's a phone booth with a game in it.
I said, "What we should do is make a video game of you in a phone booth."
It's not a bad idea.
All I needed to do is find a programmer.
James was writing up a proposal for, the phone booth guy. What's his backstory?
Oh, right.
So maybe we could do a little thing like, what's the backstory? Just do a fun one of why did he need the phone so badly? He wrote up a little thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do a story to that.
You were wearing an overcoat.
Yeah.
And
it's like I was a detective.
Right. You were somebody. You were like, get off the phone.
Yeah.
You were kind of like, oh, I'm really mad. Temper was.
Again. Yeah. I like when Cody gets mad, he just takes off for a half hour. So he handles it differently, He disappears and goes, I'm back.
I'm back.
Amy and everyone.
And excitement.
Well, I'm glad you guys stuck with us. We got some good watch hours. Any last questions? I'm going to run to the bathroom. This was great, Cody. Seriously, did you enjoy this?
Yeah, no, it was fun. We had a lot of great guests.
Yes. Fun. I got to get Amy back. I want to read her a story and see what she says about, when Ben goes, you'll never be a provider.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do so. All right, I'm going to let you go. Thank you. We'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. Sounds great. Yeah,
this was a lot of fun. But good night, everybody. Tell your face.
Oh, yeah, that's the ending. That's all right.
Yeah, remember to tell your face.
Remember to tell your face.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. Well, wait. It was a great stream. I do have. All right. One question.
Oh, one more question.
One last question.
I like how the question was the last thing he said in the comment.
Good night, Jeff. Thank you for everything. Let's get Frank's last question.
One question.
All right. Well.
Which?
I don't know if Brendan has the power to remake Thief. Come on, Frank. I need the bathroom.
Gold cherry.
Let's get the last question in, or is Frank teasing us?
That was funny. It's almost like a funny like bit where it's like I have one last question and then you don't.
And we wait, and he
You don't
doesn't
say
have
anything.
it.
That would be funny. Like, and then we're all like,
All right. 5, 4. Frank, 3 more seconds, and your question doesn't
this is
happen. All right. Well, Cody, thank you.
yes.
Come down the AC, and we will talk later.
Sounds
love
good,
that.
Fred.
Did it go through? No. What's your last question?
Did it go?
Unless it was obscene and it got censored. Sometimes they
Oh.
block them. Try one more time, Frank, and then we're going to go.
That'd be good.
All right. Remember it for our next one. So I think Frank wants to hear, but there's no
Hear?
question, Frank. It was the 80s in New York. Trying to be a woman. The Kathy Griffin story. Yeah, enough of that. But that was nice that she had something nice to say about me.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. Well, Cody, thank you. It was great fun.
Oh yeah, I loved it. Yeah, it was great tonight.
All right. We'll talk later.
Yeah, sounds good. See you,
Bye.
Fred. See you guys.